Konnichiwa! Greetings and salutations, Shonen Tachio, Shoujo Tachio. Welcome to Timeless Gamers Show. Our games and our bodies may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences will forever remain. It's going to be timeless. And the show is now streaming live in Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And for all of our old episodes, we keep on saying this. Check out our YouTube channel, why don't ya? Timeless Gamers Show. Or just going to our official website, timelessgamers.com. And for all of your insults, comments, suggestions, what have you, send them all to timelessgamers.show at gmail.com. Alrighty? So previously on the Timeless Gamer Show, we had Madam Riri here back last week. Last week here in the show. We had the a Q&A interview in regarding with her gaming history and her style of gaming sensibilities. Apparently, she likes Tekken. Hey. So if you missed that show and you want to know another a legit female player, you know where to go, you know what to do. For this episode, guys, we are tackling video games based on anime and manga. Hey, this topic has been a long time coming. Okay, we've been pushing it up until today. Alrighty. So representing the panel for tonight, we got Sir Joel.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever you are, wherever you are. This is Joel Baklit at the Banyagang Native page, streaming on Twitch, on Kick, on Rumble, hashtag FUFB, and really excited about our topic this week, which is going to be video games based on anime. Anime is huge nowadays here in the West, and we are all looking forward to finding out what video games have been based on them. Stick around. Mention your opinions in the chats. Who knows? There may be some anime video games that we have not heard of. Back to you, Joe.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Joel. And of course, Sir Viraj.
Yeah, it's going to be a very special episode. We've got a nice panel here of people, pundits that know about this sort of stuff. Probably know more than I do because I'm not really much of an anime fan personally. But I do know enough to talk about a particular game and another one at some length. But yeah, it should be fun. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Sir Viraj. And of course, Sir Jose.
Hey guys, here to talk anime games. Thanks for joining. Sorry I was late.
That's all right. And of course, returning back to the show, representing One Up Quest, Sir Mark.
Hi guys, I'm RGC of One Up Quest. We have the topic of anime and games. So yeah, that's right on.
And thank you for that, Sir Mark. And making his Timeless Gamers Show debut, we had this guy in our chat from the last few weeks. Apparently, he likes the show for some reason. We got Retro Vibes.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm very excited to talk about animes and games with all you. Thank you so much for having me, all guys. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you for that, Sir RV. I like to call him RV. And of course, the show captain for tonight, making her season 16 quota, Miss Hinu.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while. Pardon the mask. My allergies are running rampant right now, and I don't want my nose dripping on during the show. So, our topic for today would be games that are based on anime/manga. So I hope you guys would enjoy our show for today, and please let us know if you're familiar with any of these games or if you're familiar with the anime/manga that they were based from. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you for that, Miss Hinu. Now, in regarding with the topic, guys, I mean, there's a lot of video games coming from anime and manga, and despite the numbers, the panel right here only handpick the most memorable ones that they grow fond of. Okay, throughout our personal gaming history. So before we do that, let's do some quick show and tell, shall we? In this segment, guys, we tend to show and brag the latest acquisitions that we have acquired for the last few days or so. May it be video games, it can be toys, it can be music, it can be books, or anything related to geekdom altogether. So, Sir Viraj, do you have any for the class?
Yeah, I picked up this. I mean, I thought I'd try something new, so I picked this up. This is an innocent citrus shield drink, and really good for your immunity. So,
Oh my god.
for your cold or whatever it is you have, this would be really good.
We'd better be getting a sponsorship from this one.
Honestly, I think honestly, in a world where we have so much sugar, thrown at you, this is natural. Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't want to get anything. And also, like right now, we see that Sir Jose was late because he was getting. Yeah. Why don't you try iced coffee? Like Jimmy's iced coffee. This is delicious. So these are my two latest acquisitions I picked up yesterday at the supermarket. Really good. It's not gay. There's nothing gay about it. I mean, it's time to wait for your coffee to cool. You burn your mouth drinking coffee after time. You're supposed to have cold coffee. Definitely worth trying. But
Who burns their mouth on coffee?
I haven't got any new acquisitions lately. I've got a few things coming out in the month. So
Okay.
when that happens, that'll be good. In terms of games, I know this is a game show, of course.
Sounds good.
I'm just calling for fun. But anyway, I've got some laughs at you guys. That's good. But yeah, next, please, for the next person.
I never mix. I would never mix coffee and juice in one go. It would just
In
be
one
so
sitting? Oh my
bad
god,
for my
that's a
stomach.
disaster waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
I
Oh my
know. Holy cow!
You got to try
Anyway.
something new in life, man. You got to try new things.
He's trying to clean out the hole.
You got to
Yeah,
clean
I know.
everything. You got to clean everything.
God. He's doing a cleanse. Ew.
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
goodness!
He's gonna have a visitor later.
Holy
Yeah.
water.
Oh.
Holy water. That's what I think.
Alrighty. How about Sir Jose? I know this guy has a few. Amazon
Yeah, he gets
Amazon
some.
Prime sale was just over. I know he has a
Oh
few.
yeah, that's true. Mhm.
I don't think I bought anything on Amazon Prime, but
Really?
I did get Tactics for the Switch and
Mhm.
for the
And
PS5.
Yeah,
Alright,
very good, very good.
I got this for Viraj since he loves Nintendo so much.
I didn't
Oh,
get that. I haven't
Oh
got
yeah, Super Mario Galaxy
What is
1
I'm waiting
and
for that
2
to
on
go
the
clearance. I'm waiting for that to go
Galaxy?
cheap. Something like
Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
Odyssey.
that. Yeah.
Switch.
They've got a double pack for Mario
Mario
then,
Galaxy.
Galaxy 1
um,
and 2.
I got Silent Hill F and Street Fighter 6
Mm.
for the
Ooh.
Xbox. And then I have this one that I've been trying to show off for the longest time, but we haven't had show and tell for a while. So
Mhm.
these are all Xbox, but I got Yakuza 0,
Nice.
Nice.
Yakuza Kiwami,
Kiwami.
You want me?
Kiwami 2,
Xbox?
Kiwami 2.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
3,
3 and
3,
4
Wow.
4,
4,
in Xbox.
5,
5,
In
and
Xbox?
6.
6.
In
then
Xbox.
Ooh, yeah.
Came with this
Ah,
little
the
thing that-
Oh,
the
it's a
sleeve
box
box.
set.
Nice.
so-
Oh,
Where the
okay,
heck
I
did you
forgive
get
you.
that? I need to
Very
get that.
nice. Very
So-
nice.
there they are.
Where,
It's just
where
nice
the
to have
heck
it
did you
all
get
in
that?
one.
I need to get it.
This was from Limited Run.
oh,
Limited run.
limited run.
It's just nice to have it all in one set, isn't it? In one
Yeah.
area.
Yes,
before they come
it
up. So
is.
it's
Nice.
Very
Does it have a
cool.
PlayStation counterpart or it's just Xbox?
It did.
Yeah.
And then
Really?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
I don't know where it is, but because they released they re-released the PS4 ones, and then they did Kiwami 1 on Switch.
Mhm. Yeah, I think originally it was on PS4. There was the whole set there, and
Mhm.
they even had the Yakuza Remastered collection, right,
Mhm.
Jose? Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
and then they re-released them as singles now too.
Very cool, very cool. Yeah,
very good.
always go physical, ladies and gentlemen.
Physical. All right, thank you for that, Sir Jose. How about Sir Joel? What you got?
All right, for me, it's not really game related per se. On my last visit to Barnes and
It
Noble,
better
I
not be
always
juice.
it's not juice. You can trust me on that one. It's not juice. Whenever I visit Barnes and Noble, I always go to the magazine section because I absolutely love the retro gamer magazine.
Yeah, right. The magazine section.
Yes, yes. The Retro Gamer magazine is a British publication, if I remember correctly. And recently they came out with some special editions. We are not just video game cartridges or big box games here on Timeless Gamer Show. We are also discussing books, movies, paraphernalia. And I went there and I found some really nice magazines that I am going to be slamming through probably this weekend. One is the hand. Oh, should I switch? Should I mirror my camera? How the heck do I do that? Let's see. Let's do this one.
It's
There
fine
you
right
go.
now.
It
it's
is?
fine right
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry
it's
about
fine.
that. Okay. Anyway, so I got one. It's called the
Oh.
Handheld Gaming Collection magazine. It details the history of handheld games, from the micro, from the micro to the
All
Game
in
Boy.
color.
Yes, all in full color. There's also the Game Gear right there. So we are
Very
going to
nice.
be
Nice.
going through the history of handheld gaming.
Oh, that's
Uh,
really good, dude. That's really
the
good.
next one, this is just 3 magazines. The next one that I got is the greatest retro games of all time. It's a
Oh.
very strong claim, and I
Oh.
want to find out if their selection tallies up with my personal selection of
Oh,
best video games,
I like
Ooh,
it.
greatest retro
cool.
video games of
It's
all
really
time.
good because it's not too much text for you. It's got some pretty pictures as well for you to look at.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So there. So they have Shenmue. They have Legend of Zelda, and this one is a personal choice. Retro Gamer presents the ultimate flashback to the 80s magazine. So it's
80s.
Oh,
not
that's
just
lovely. I like the coloring on that.
yes,
It's
absolutely
not-
a neon
Yeah.
synth
Mm.
color, and
Yeah.
talks about all the things like how video games were big back then. Arcades were the Master System
Oh,
was
that's
there as
beautiful. Look at
well.
that console, man. Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
Master System.
And it also talks about all the other things that may be relevant to back then, like Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, things like that. So
Yeah, yeah.
yes, 3 magazines that I picked up off of Barnes and Noble that are quite that will be filling my reading quota for the weekend. Back to
Yeah.
you, Joe.
Those look like good
Alright.
magazines. I like them.
Mhm.
Thank you for that, Sir Joel. Now, so that Sir Mark and Sir RV can prepare something, I think I'll go next.
Mm.
For the sake of the topic tonight, I have a few. All video games related to anime and manga. I got Love Hina for the Sega Saturn,
Oh,
which is a 80 visual novel.
I think.
You got Sakura Wars for the Sega Saturn as well. A tactical JRPG slash visual dating sim.
bless you.
You mean?
You got Neon Genesis Evangelion for the Sega Saturn as well. Tactical visual novel. You got Slayers for the Sega Saturn.
Oh, nice.
This one here is straight up JRPG.
Yes, that's basically Dungeons and Dragons, but for people who like to have fun. Okay, here you go.
Correct. Then you got Neon Neon Genesis Evangelion second for the Saturn, and
Evangelion.
Sakura Wars for the Saturn as well. Sakura Wars 2 for the Saturn as well. Pretty much the
Evangelion.
same mechanic from their previous games.
Evangelion, I personally refer to it as Dual Parallel Adventure, the budget version. Anyway, I know I'm gonna have people flooding our chats, being angry at me because they Dual Parallel.
Correct.
I always consider Dual Parallel
Correct.
Adventure much better.
A more understandable show.
Yes.
Next, we got Magic Knight Ray Earth for the Super Famicom.
Oh, that's a good one.
Just in time for the remake.
Yes.
Just in time for
that's
the
a good one.
remake.
Oh,
Magic Knight Ray Earth for the Sega Saturn, the
oh,
Japanese version, and the Sega Saturn US version of the Magic Knight Ray Earth.
oh
All
my
three adventure
goodness.
RPGs. The Super Famicom one is straight up turn-based JRPG.
Okay.
This one here for the Switch, you got ReZero,
Oh, okay.
a visual novel style action-based RPG.
Miss Hinu, you might like that one.
I
Can you
already showed
can you pick which route? Can you pick
can.
which girl? Oh my,
apparently you
okay.
can, yes.
Yes.
Apparently you can.
Nice.
I hate those kind of games. I already showed this before. Farmaja.
Yes. Hmm.
The anime came first before this.
Mm.
You got Ghost in a Shell,
Oh,
standalone complex for the PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay.
nice.
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 You got Black Clover for the
I have to start
PlayStation
off on
4.
that anime. Everybody says it's good.
It's good, apparently.
Really?
I prefer that. I prefer this one than Naruto, really.
Okay.
Sword Art Online games. It goes without saying.
One of the grandpapas of isekai anime, as Miss Hino would term it.
And then I got
What?
the
Sword
Sword
Art
Art?
Online.
Sword Art
Really?
SAO. Not
SAO,
really,
yeah.
but some people thinks it is.
Yeah.
I got the Digimon games for the PS4. You got Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth.
Mm.
You got Digimon Hacker's Memory, Digimon Survive, and Digimon World, all in PlayStation 4.
Okay, I'm gonna court more controversy. Digimon, the better Pokemon.
The better Pokemon.
There you
I
go.
will side with you. I will
Yes.
side with
Mm.
you.
Yes.
This one here, this is for Miss Hinu. You got Full Metal Panic for the
Oh,
PlayStation 4.
nice. Mm.
Full Metal Panic.
I
Fight
didn't know
to
there was a
the
game.
End. There's a
Really?
game apparently.
Oh man, I need that.
Actually, if we are doing the robot slash mech
That's what you're
video
gonna
game,
feature.
I'm choosing this one.
Nice. Very cool.
We also got Tokyo Ghoul for the PlayStation
I never got to
4.
play that. I never got to start on that one.
We got Arslan, the Warrior of Legend
I have that.
for the PlayStation 4. We got Fairy Tail. I got Fairy Tail 1 and Fairy Tail 2. Both are JRPGs, really. For the PlayStation 4.
Jesus Christ, did you clean up a store or something? How many did you?
The ones that I can get from my cabinet. And then, of course, your Danganronpa video games on the PlayStation 4 as well. Mostly, I didn't realize they're mostly puzzle games and horror mystery. And then, of course, Dragon Ball. You got Kakarot here and Fighter Z. I barely touch these games. Yeah, that's it for now.
Nice.
We got Miss Hino
For
next.
now, there's more. I think this is something I already showed, but since the game celebrated its 26th anniversary last October 16th, Threads of Fate for the PS1, also known as Dupersum for Japanese version. It's the Japanese version that celebrated its 26th anniversary. So, oh my God, it's almost out of the calendar, 26 years old. Next, I got these two games as cart only for the GBA. So I went to Etsy and there was a specific seller there who can make repro boxes and repro manuals. So I got them for the Fire Emblem Blazing Blade. I think this is the seventh game. So
Nice.
sixth game. So yeah, repo box looks really decent, and we have even the manual. So it saved me a lot of money, since if you try to buy these in CIB, oh gosh, I would need to sell one of my.
Yeah, you can see Viraj in pain right now.
I sold it for
Viraj is
100%.
in pain.
I have one box complete. I picked because obviously there's a chat group that we have where I pick up games.
Shut up, man! Yeah, I saw. Yeah, stop rubbing it in, man. Shut up, man.
175.
Can't afford that, man.
£175 if you want it. All right.
Shut up, man. Next is Harvest Moon, More Friends of Mineral Town, the girl version. So
That's hard to get.
the seller, yeah, it's really hard to get. The seller who's making the repo boxes didn't even have like the files for these. So I tried helping him out, and I sent him the files, and here we go. So I have now the box and the manual in here somewhere. And lastly, my never-ending suffering with Elden Ring. We have the volume 6 of the manga, still ongoing, but really, really funny to those who are fans of the game. If you want something that's more lighthearted, this is more of a gag manga, so it's not as heavy, it's not as lore-heavy, just like the games. It's just overall fun and gorgeous illustrations. That would be it for me. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Miss Hino.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. How about Sir RV? Anything you got to show for the class?
I do. So before I show it to you, I've been watching your shows. I love your shows, by the way, the live shows. I think I started when you were doing the movie review of Street Fighter, and then I've been watching ever since. Just been in the comments, just saying hi and whatnot. Last week, unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend your show, your interview with Madame Marie, but it was because I was at a WWE event, Crown Jewel, Perth. And
Nice.
so I managed to get this shirt, John Cena's last.
John Cena. Oh, I can see.
Nice.
Are you holding something? I can see it.
And I got this
Do you
one
guys
as
see it?
well. I was there at Perth.
Perth. Mm.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a huge milestone. Considering that
There's a
my
big
channel's
hole there's a big hole in the middle.
Why weren't you there, Joe? I know you're a huge WWE fan.
I was only in Perth, unfortunately.
It's in Perth, so I need to fly there.
Joe should have flown over.
Mm.
But yeah, no, it was unfortunately I was there watching it. Not with you guys, but I was a
Oh,
huge
that's
dream of
fine.
mine. My channel is actually about WWE, so that's
Oh, very
reason for it,
cool.
yeah.
There you go.
Now we will do some another episode about wrestling soon.
Mhm.
We're just waiting for
Oh,
Sir
nice.
JJ.
I'll join. Oh my god, I'll join. Come on, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for that, Sir RV. How about Sir Mark? What do you got for the class?
Well, guys, I only have 3 items here, and the first is, well, I can't go outside, so I get dizzy easily. So this item is a gift from my girlfriend last year.
Mhm.
It's
Oh,
Oh, nice.
actually Illumi from.
Hunter
To be
x
honest,
Hunter.
I don't know. Yes, I don't know if it's Hunter x Hunter or Hunter
Mm.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Up until now, I'm
Hunter,
really confused because from GMA they say it's
Mm.
Hunter x Hunter.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
So also this, if I get fat, I think this. I look
Who is
like
that?
this one.
Who is that? That's not
Illumi
Irumi.
from Hunter x Hunter.
Irumi. There you go.
Yeah.
Irumi. Yeah.
Also, I have a Koopa.
Oh, very cool.
Koopa shell.
Goomba?
Yes.
Oh no, it's Koopa.
Yeah. Actually, also this. This is an item from a event recently.
Oh,
So yeah, it's
that's
from a stall. You know, the typical stall from an event where no people buy. So it's like for me, it's like I need to buy something from this stall.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is it. Yeah. So yeah, these are my items. Thank you.
Cool.
all right. Very
Thank you
cool.
for that,
Thank you
Sir
so
Mark.
much, Sir Mark.
So the moral of the
oh.
story is still good stuff. All
Yes.
right.
Joining the show late, we got Sir Ranji here.
Hello, everyone.
Ranji,
Yeah,
welcome to the show.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. Good evening. So yeah, sorry if I joined so late, but since we are showcasing like stuff like this, I actually have a few stuff here. For this, I actually have this Pikachu Plamo.
Pikachu.
I actually got this one free with one of those what do you call it? When Banda has an
Happy
event
Meal.
in malls, and then they have
The gacha
yeah,
machine.
and then and
Gacha
no, it's not the gacha machine. Is that they give out a workshop kit version where they teach it where they where people learn how to build like beginner or starter plastic model kits.
Oh,
So so that's what I have from this. And as for the gacha machines, I'm glad that you mentioned. I actually have 3 acrylic standees here. All 3, but all 3 from Dragon Ball. So this is this is Master Roshi.
Okay.
One with Piccolo, and I actually forgot who's driving here. Is
Nice.
it Pan? Yeah, I think. Oh no.
That the one they're driving.
No, it's Gohan. It's Gohan. Yeah.
Go on.
And
I know.
then this one is a picture
They
of
can fly though.
Goku, Krillin, Vegeta, and Gohan.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Right.
this
Master
is what.
Master Roshi
Yeah.
is my spirit animal. Anyway.
Oh really?
For people of
Yes.
culture, go Roshi.
Yes.
Go Rush.
Absolutely, and when he hulks out, come on, that you gotta admit that would just surprise anybody, right?
Yeah, you gotta admit, even though he's old, you gotta respect the other guy. He's really strong for a human being, right?
There you go.
For his age, yeah.
Yeah, for his
The
age.
strongest human in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Wait, I thought that was Krillin.
Question
Yeah,
mark.
yeah, I
Asterisk
thought
on
that was
that.
yeah, I thought that was Krillin that was the strongest human in Dragon Ball.
So they
Yeah.
so they say.
What they
I
say.
think that's true. I'm not really sure because my mind's still weighing between Krillin and Master Roshi, to be honest.
Yeah, I
The
would.
dis-
I
oh
would
my
side
God,
with
the disrespect against Yamcha is so high.
yeah,
Alrighty.
absolutely. I would say I would go for Krillin because of the fact that he landed the android. Anyway, he has to
He
be
landed
strong.
the android.
Yeah, he has to be strong for
It
it.
should have
landed the
been
android.
me.
Should have been me.
He landed the android. Okay.
All right.
All right. So,
Let's get to the show.
anime slash manga based video games, guys. So we're now taking it to Miss Hino. Miss Hino, go.
All right. Wow, we are a full panel. We have one, two, three, eight here in our panel right now. So I'll be starting with the first game for tonight. So a game that I have recently finished, but I haven't really posted the review for it. It's Beyblade for the PS1. Beyblade, Let It Rip. So to those who are familiar with the anime that came out, was it early 2000s? So it's basically you play as an original character. You can pick if you want to be a boy or girl character, and you build your own Beyblade. So from the base to the metal ring, and you get to pick the animal or the someone or the spirit or whatever, the chip, basically the essence of the Beyblade, and yeah, you assemble. But at the very beginning, of course, you are just a newbie who's entering the tournament. And if you want to buy better parts to perform better during the tournament, you would have to win matches. So the difficulty curve of this game is a bit hard, I would say, because the controls are a bit on the janky side, unfortunately. You either try to just stay on one place in the circular ring, wait for your opponent to shoot out of the ring, or you get the right timing and then you bump against your opponent's Beyblade so that they would come flying out of the ring. So that's basically two tactics that players can try and employ. But yeah, really difficult when you're starting the game because your Beyblade is basically really shit. But once you win and win, get better parts, of course you win more matches. Now, the ultimate challenge for this game would be you get to meet the main characters, the main cast of the show, and I believe there are also some characters that aren't in the anime, or at least the very first season of the anime. So you get to fight them as well. So varying levels of difficulty. Some have really high defense, some have really high offense. So yeah, it's basically a never-ending game. Really short, actually, maybe 6 to 7 rounds. If you win one championship, you just get to repeat everything again, and maybe you'll fight against a different champion of the tournament. So yeah, if you're just looking for some casual, mindless fun and you're feeling a bit nostalgic for the Beyblade franchise, I recommend this game, Beyblade Let It Rip. So I'm gonna pass it on to you guys who play this game or who are familiar with the anime. Share your thoughts. I don't even know where to start. Let's go with Viraj since I'm looking at the screen right now and he's nearest to my icon.
I was gonna say this is something that Jose would probably say to Viraj after drinking that coffee and juice combination. Let her rip. Anyway. Oh, Viraj, you're on mute.
Mute myself. I'm familiar with the anime because I watched it when it first aired, and I thought, what's going on here? Like, I see, because I was channel hopping and I saw it. Oh, Beyblades, okay, and they were talking about it in school. I thought, okay, let's have a look at this, and then I see this one character trash talking some other character, Is that what you said? What are you getting real? And then they're going to get into a fight. I thought they were going to get into a fight because they were getting really, really, it was getting really heated, the argument. And then suddenly they started battling with these spinning tops. I thought, what is this? What's going on here? And I thought, okay, enough of this. And I changed the channel because I just thought, well, this is a bit of an anticlimax. I thought they were going to get into a proper fight. I thought, goodness me, but they're just throwing spinning tops at each other. What is this? But I understand that it was such a big thing because people used to collect them and they're the toys and everything. And I thought, okay, this was like because obviously you had like Pokemon, which is the main one. Then you had like Digimon, and then you had Beyblades. That was like the third tier, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, but then they had this as like a big sort of thing. And there's also like obviously the format I like to champion is Game Boy Advance, and there was a Beyblades on that as well, so I'm familiar with that. Definitely a game series that has a fan base based on the anime. And one thing I've realized as a game reseller is a lot of people, as soon as they see a game on my table that's based on an anime or a show that they feel very much, love for,
A connection to.
well, they want that game. They want it. It doesn't even matter if the game is good or not. That's the funny thing. This particular game does look interesting, to be fair. Okay, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it does look interesting. It's not my cup of tea, personally, because I like something like, I like my platformers or side scrollers like that. But I can understand that it's a unique game in the way that it plays. It's crafted in the way that it's designed around the IP itself, which is Beyblades, which is battling spinning tops. And if you're into that, this is the game for you, I guess. I haven't played the advanced version, like the Game Boy Advance game, and it's something that I'll probably have to look at after now looking at this. At least there's a PlayStation, so I have to look at the advanced one and think maybe I should stock it. So what I love about these shows is I have a different perspective, which is maybe I should stock games of this franchise going forward for my format. So thanks for bringing this to my attention, Martina. I'll probably look at the Game Boy Advance one to stock, since this is actually reminding me this was a big deal back in the day. But otherwise, yeah, it does look like a promising title.
Oh, and I think this is Stanley. Is it Marlon or Stanley? Joe. He did say Beyblade battles are trending in after years because of that game. Honestly, in the Philippines, because we have a really strong trumpo, as we call it in the Philippines, or spinning top culture.
Spinning top.
Yes, the Beyblades are still very popular in certain pockets of the archipelago. So much so that they do have tournaments still in the Philippines of Beyblades. There's lots of people playing it. There's lots of people collecting it. And yeah, I myself, I never got the chance to start off on the anime. But yeah, this is something that I might want to give a try to because, well, it's been part of our childhoods as Filipinos ever since growing up. And for it to become this competitive and to become this popular in Japanese format, in anime format, in video game format, it's still something that bears checking and observing. And that's my opinion on it. All right.
We really need something more to pass the time.
Yeah, well,
We
yeah.
have nothing else going.
What
No,
you don't?
no, I think
You don't. You
Sorry.
didn't play trompo. You didn't play yo-yos. You didn't play patintero back in the day, Joe.
The tops, no.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yeah, Joe was
I have
always
no
bottom.
dexterity.
Anyway.
I have no
Anyway.
dexterity playing the tops.
Okay. All right. Next person.
Sir Mark, was it? Am I right? Am I remember? Yeah. Any thoughts?
I actually played the PlayStation game of Beyblade and I enjoyed it very much. Also, the real Beyblade, though I never had the chance to own an original Beyblade. I only have the fake ones. So before, I actually played on the in the tournament here. Then some of my enemies actually from that tournament have these really large rings, and it is obviously wrong. It's very illegal, so you don't have the chance to win on them.
No,
So
according to the rules, did they allow it? Did they allow?
yes,
Did they allow it, Mark?
not
Really?
fair. Yes. So I never had the chance to win.
Uh
I only
huh.
just I only just join and have fun
Yeah,
with them,
just to
but
enjoy.
winning,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Okay.
never.
Well, that's the thing, though. If it's within the rules, it's not illegal.
Also,
No,
It's
I,
illegal
I,
without
I
the
know those.
responsibility.
I know those rings. Some have like spikes on them. Maybe some even have blades on them. But I used to have those really
Oh,
big rings
so Miss Hina
that
with
have
it here. There
edges.
you go.
I didn't have the original tops as well because I think they were expensive, or maybe not a lot of toy stores were selling the original versions here in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Who's next? Jose. Any experience with the game or the show?
Neither. I heard of it and I know what it is, but I've never watched the show. I've never played the game. I don't know if I want to. Who knows? Maybe I'll give it a chance. But yeah, I have no idea what's going on besides the spinning tops.
Oh, so spinning tops
Fair enough.
aren't a culture in Mexico, Jose?
No, they are,
Ah,
but just the anime. I think when did the anime come out?
I don't know, man.
Somewhere-
Early
somewhere-
2000s.
Around late 90s,
2001,
early
2, 3.
Yes, I think I'm
Yeah.
watching other stuff, just not this.
Mhm.
Fair enough. Fair enough, man.
Jose
That's
had
fine.
graduated into the Bible Black series already by then.
1998.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
moving along,
Moving
moving
along.
along. We're gonna...
I've looked up Beyblade started in 1999. That's when Beyblade.
1999. There you go. That's it.
99. All right. To my knowledge, I am familiar with the show.
Okay.
I
Of course you are.
I watched
Mm.
the, yeah, I
Mm.
watched the anime back in Channel 2.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
well,
Well, what?
and
What are we?
and as far
Which
as
one
I
are we talking
remember,
about now?
oh no, this one, your Beyblade.
Okay.
As far as I remember,
That's Bumble Black.
your four principal characters here. So the spinning tops apparently have these special creatures embedded inside them,
They
spirits,
do.
Beyblade spirits apparently. And your four characters here have the four ancient Chinese guardian beasts. So you got Suzaku, Seryu, Genbu, and Byako. Just all those spirits embedded inside those Beyblades, and I remember the four of them fighting each other, but eventually they form a team to go to a tournament, a Beyblade tournament, and then fighting against other Beyblade players. Also have Guardian Beast inside of their respective Beyblades. So yeah, I think that was the main hook of the show that interested me watching it in the first place. My favorite characters would be Ray, the one who has the Seryu Beyblade, and oh no, that's Kai, and
Kai.
then
Kai.
and then Ray is the one with Byako, the White Tiger. Yeah,
Yep.
those two characters, my favorite ones. How about Sir RV? Do you know Beyblade?
Yeah, I watched it when I was young. I loved it. I actually have. I remember asking my mum to buy me a Beyblade, and I didn't have the arena, so I'd get my mum's ball and I just whip the Beyblade in the ball. The best of times. I loved it. Yeah, no, it was
The
great.
walk.
The walk, exactly.
The
Yeah,
walk.
just got like a
No,
you
seriously.
know,
People use the walk instead. I mean, what else?
yeah, the
what
walk.
else
Yeah,
can you
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no,
And
I
when
haven't played the game though, but
and when
that's something I
Sir
would definitely check out. Yeah.
and when Sir RV's mom would use the walk, she would say, "What are all these plastic pieces in here?"
Yeah.
Deep gashes everywhere.
everywhere? How about Ranji? Beyblade.
Yeah, with my I played this on the PS1 before a lot with my cousin, and we would usually
Ah,
go
yeah,
head,
multiplayer.
yeah we would usually go we would usually go head to head on on an afternoon and everything, and we actually did have Beyblades as well, but back in those days, well, up until now, we didn't have enough to buy the original one, so we bought the fake one, so at least we had the experience of playing like of letting it rip, as they would say. So yeah, and I'd actually played with other students at my school after the day was done. uh I remember that we would used to bet, but not money, but if you guys remember, like if you guys remember, or if you guys did this, we would normally bet each other's a piece on like on top of the Beyblade where you put the sticker uh of the spirit of the mythical beast on there. Yeah, we would usually bet those. But yeah, PS1 game, very fun.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, yeah, we used to do that before. But yeah, like I say, PS1 game, really fun. It has a story mode that you can go through. I remember going through it, and I remember always losing to Kai, and that was not
Kai's
really
the
good.
best.
Yeah,
Papa
yeah.
Kai.
Papa Kai.
But yeah, both experiences. I've actually been wanting to get into it again recently. If I had enough money to do so, you know. But yeah, I definitely recommend the game. I'd recommend the original anime, even though there have been like a lot of seasons for Beyblade already. I would still recommend the original series.
Original.
Yeah.
I think there's a new one because there's a resurgence of the Beyblade franchise, and I think a game just recently came out on the Switch. I'm not sure if it came out on other consoles as well, but yeah, I saw there's a new main character and stuff. I haven't really checked it out, but maybe that's something that us here could check later along the line. So
Yeah, we can.
next person, Viraj, I'm gonna hand over the mic to you. What game do you have for us today?
All right. So, are we doing the quick fire bit, or is this the quick fire bit? I take it.
The main game.
No,
No,
it's not the quick.
Main game.
The main game. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is the game. Okay. It's called Astro Boy Omega Factor. As you can see, there's a price tag because I'm going to sell it at some point. But this is a Game Boy Advance game that's very near and dear to my heart because I love it to bits. This is just such an awesome game. It's outstanding. I picked this up in around 2004, I believe. That's when it came out. I could be wrong though. This was developed by Sega and Sega Hitmaker, which was Sega AM3 redistributed. Because Sega were going through the messy situation with Dreamcast failing miserably, and they were facing bankruptcy and all sorts of things, and all their development studios were being renamed, and all sorts of things was going on. So Sega Hitmaker collaborated with Treasure Games, which was another company, and they fused together, and they made what I believe is easily my top 10 GBA game. So not only is it a game based on an anime, which is Astro Boy, which is, I think it was the first ever anime. I think that's what people are saying about it. I remember reading about it in a magazine. It was one of the first, if not the first anime that people watched. And I watched the anime before the game came out because they actually showed it on BBC on children's television. And I thought, oh, well, this is interesting. Okay, this kind of got Mega Man vibes in terms of the way the story is. Obviously, there's a doctor who created this guy, and he's there to save the city, you know? Now, there were two games that came out. There's obviously a PlayStation 2 version, which is called Astro Boy, and Sonic Team were behind that. And obviously, this is the Game Boy Advance version. This is one of those rare situations where, wait, the handheld version is better than the console version. What's going on? Because they're two different games. And this is the game. As you can see from the scenario, it's a sort of side-scrolling action beat-em-up / shooter. And Astro Boy has so many abilities in this. So obviously, you've got levels where you can fly and shoot with your laser finger or whatever. You can turn around and shoot bullets at his butt and things like that. Again, it's a brawler. He's taking on a boss. He can punch. Again, he's got the super weapon where he can shoot the super laser. There's all these power-ups and moves that he picks up along the way as he goes on in the adventure, which actually does follow that anime-based series, the show. That's really good. One thing I liked about it is it does follow the story. And you've got these little sort of cutscenes that are like taken out of it has the characters from the show and everything. So, you know, it gets 100% in regards to following a story and being accurate to the source material. And in terms of the way that the game plays, it's just a game that you just can't help but enjoy because you got little NPC there you're talking to, and he tells you what's going on, and you get into the next stage or whatever. So, you know, it's just pure action and adventure, and you just enjoy it for what it is. That's really it. I don't think I need to really say anything more about this game. It's just a game that you can just get into. It doesn't matter if you follow the anime, if you like Sega. This is a game for everyone. Anyone can just get into this game, and it's not particularly obviously different challenge settings, easy, normal, hard. It has a choice as well. So if you want like something make play the game difficult, you can. But if you want it easy and you just want something that will just cruise through it, you can do that as well. So this is what I like about this particular game. You have different settings, and it's just so much fun. But yeah, the graphics, for Advance is really, really well done. You've got so many different colors, so many different special effects. It literally is pushing the Advance to its maximum level, because they say it's a 32-bit console, and this is like Saturn style 2D performance we're talking here on the Advance, and you just can't go wrong with it. It does have a challenge factor when you get into this particular stage. I believe it was on the moon, and you have to go up here, and you do take a bit of damage here, so you've got to be very careful as well. But you have certain strategies you have to sort of implement when playing this game. You've got to jump here, you've got to move quickly when you attack here, because it is as much about giving the attack, but also saving your life meter as well, because you can take damage, but you don't want to take too much, etc. So you've got to maneuver and do what you've got to do. So a very dynamic game. This is pure action, like I said earlier. But yeah, Astro Boy, the Mega Factor on the Game Boy Advance, I would say it's a must-have for your collection. If you don't have this in your collection, Game Boy Advance, I think you should definitely have it. Get it however you can. It is starting to go up in price a bit. I mean, just for UK perspective, I know pounds is a different currency for you guys. It was about £70 like a couple of years ago. It's about 85, so it's gone up a little bit if you want it complete in box, but I'm sure you can get loose carts as well. But definitely get this game, because it's just a lot of fun. So just my thoughts on that. So yeah, that's the game in a nutshell. Miss Hunu, what are your thoughts from looking at this game from what I've just and what my explanation is?
I'm actually surprised by the sprite work of this game, especially the backgrounds. They're so detailed, and I like how Astro Boy / Atom really pops up against the background. He's so colorful. He's really saturated. His boots are really red, and I like how the color of the particles are really nice to look at. And yeah, it looks challenging. I'm not really one who plays platformers and the like. And yeah, it looks like a game that has a decent challenge on it. And even the cutscenes wherein you see the two sprites of the characters a la visual novel, it really, really looks nice. So Go ahead.
Yeah, you say it's challenging. I would say that the challenge factor isn't as hard as other treasure-based games. So games like Alien Souls or Heroes, I would say this is actually there's more fun to this than there is challenge, I would say. There was actually an Astro Boy on Super Famicom. It was called Tetsuan Atom. I think that was the Japanese game for it. That's worth checking as well. But this is actually the best Astro Boy game out of all of them, which is why I picked it. And it's on a format that I like to champion, the Game Boy Advance. But yeah, it's not as challenging as it looks. That's what I will say. And it's more fun than challenge as Game Boy Advance.
That's a relief to hear then. And I'm glad that you mentioned that it's following the storyline of the show, since I remember my first exposure to Astro Boy was the black and white one. I just saw it on a random channel. I didn't understand what's going on. I think Atom was getting kidnapped or something. And then the next time I saw the show was when I think it was the 2004 reboot. So completely redone. Yeah, and the songs are really catchy. And I also watched recently the Pluto on Netflix, an alternate retelling of Astro Boy. So right now I'm kind of itching to get into some Astro Boy media, and this looks like an excellent companion for it. So thank you for sharing this.
Definitely. I mean, all I will say is, I know it's a pricey game, even if you're buying it cart only, but I would say I would recommend it. And the reason I'd recommend it is to some people, I can play this by emulation. Now, what you realise, because there's a lot going on the screen, you will get frame drop. So you might go from 60 frames a second to 65, and that might you might not enjoy the game. So that's why I'm saying it's pushing the Advance to its high limit because of all the little sprites inside there. So there's a lot of assets in the game at one point. So in this section, no, not a lot going on. You'll be fine. When a lot of things are going on the screen, that's when you notice a slowdown. That's why it's always good to play. But you can tour the game via the emulator and think, is it worth buying? That's another way emulation can actually help. But it's definitely worth getting it if you can get cart only. That's what I recommend. Right. So with your segment done, Miss Hina, Who's next in line? I forget, Mr. Arjusi, man in the yellow. Your
Yes.
thoughts?
Actually, I haven't owned the Game Boy Advance version of Astro Boy, though I played it on a emulator, and it was
Okay.
very hard.
Oh, you played
Also,
it all?
yes. Also, I'm not really that familiar of uh, I'm not familiar of Astro Boy, but I only know three things about Astro Boy. First is he have daddy issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second is he have a gun on his butt.
Yeah.
Third, he reminds me of Mega Man.
Yes, I think it's definitely. If you look at there's a lot of similarities between Mega Man. He was created by a doctor, and he's there to do good. That's the fundamental aspect of it. And obviously, he's got a cannon. His hand transfers in a cannon. Definitely a much more, I would say, much more innocent in terms of the way that he's depicted. But yeah, it's definitely it has its challenges, I suppose. But I wouldn't on easy mode. I got through it. Maybe if you're playing on the actual original hardware. Because your hands are on the controller, it's easier because you've got an L and R button function there. So on emulator, if you're playing on a keyboard and a D-pad, it's going to be a bit difficult to sort of push whatever it is at the right time. So I would say on original hardware, it's probably easier. Or if you've got the right sort of controller for it, that might help. So again, if it's like a Super Nintendo pad, a lot easier when you're playing on control pad on emulator. But all right, thanks for your thoughts on this. Okay, let's move on to Mr. Jose. What are your thoughts on this game?
Game looks fun. I might give it a go.
Yeah, you should.
I've never played any Astro Boy game before, and
Wow,
I know I've heard of it, but I've never watched any of it either.
Yeah, all right, okay. I would definitely recommend this version to go for. I think there's the PS2 game as well. I mean, I suppose it's there, but I mean, this is the one to play. I mean, there's obviously the Super Famicom. I'm sure there's another one on even Famicom that I can't remember, but this is obviously the one that I'd recommend. Out of all of them that I've played, this is the best one. Give it a go. Give it a go, Jose. You'll not be disappointed. I stress this point because I only like to show good games if I can when I'm on this channel. This is a good game. Right, so give it a go, Jose. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Right, who's next on the list? We got what is this? I'm terrible with the new panel names. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. So man of the glasses. Yeah,
call him RV. Retro vibes.
All right, retro vibes. That's it. Our fans.
I did have the Game Boy Advance, and I do remember vaguely playing this game. It's a great game. Funnily enough, I had no idea it was based on an anime because when I was playing this at a very young, we never got Astro Boy in Australia. We got Pokemon, Dragon Ball, all the rest. It wasn't until I was maybe a bit older when YouTube started to come in, I found out, oh, this game that I used to play was based on an anime. So from my perspective, it was pretty cool. It was still a great game, even though I didn't know it was an anime at first. Had I known, I think I still probably would have played it and still had fun. Yeah,
I think it's really funny because you make a very interesting point. I think I didn't know it was based on anime, and sometimes you think all these licensed games, whether it's based on a movie or an anime, you think, oh, it's going to go out to studios, and what it is they've spent so much money acquiring the IP. How much are they spending on the developers developing the game? And usually the game is usually lackluster or mid, if anything. Whereas Sega went so hard on this game, you think, okay, it's this own thing. You didn't even think it was based on anime if you wouldn't seen it.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. That's the great. Right. That shows that's a compliment to this game. Even if you thought, wow, this game is awesome, and you think, oh wow, it's an anime afterwards, and you think it's good. And anime is pretty decent for what it is. It's quite a wholesome anime. So glad to hear your thoughts on the show. Okay, Ranji, you're next. What's your thoughts on this show?
If it comes to Astro Boy, I've actually only watched like so little of it. I haven't because I've never dabbled to watch like Astro Boy before. But thoughts on this game, like looking at it right now, it looks very interesting. It's it's a platformer. I like how it looks. What Mr. Ajusi said earlier. It's actually like similar to Mega Man, and I've played Mega Man X4 and X5. So with that, I would actually give this a try for Game Boy. I'll probably do it on an emulator pretty soon. Yeah,
definitely tour it. I mean, I would say it did get great reviews when it came out. We're talking like 85% on Metacritic, and that was actually yes. really. At 9.5 and 1 up or whatever it was. It got very good reviews, and it pleased me to see that, being a Sega fan and Sega having sort of fallen from grace with Dreamcast, to see, oh, they've come out with a really good game. And like I said, like was mentioned earlier, Retrovive mentioned, oh wow, I didn't think it was an anime, and it stands up on its own. In fact, I would say that this is a rare example where the game is actually better than the anime it's based on. So that really is a testament to this. So definitely give it a go when you can, Ranji. It's definitely worth checking out or picking up or whatever it is. And like I said originally, this is like in my top 10 of Game Boy Advance games. That's how much I really like this game, and how much replay value it has, because you obviously get unlockables and you replay it, and you can replay and go to a different aspect of the story. So there's a lot more to this game than meets the eye. Right, and finally, last but never least, Sir Joe, what do you have to say about this game?
Astro Boy: The Omega Factor. I played it long ago. I remember being very impressed with it. I liked it very much. It had a really good balance of tribute to the original anime and good gameplay. I'll have to say one thing though: the Astro Boy, also known as Tetsuwan Atom, back in the day. It was a really, really, really good anime. We watched it way back when, I believe it was RPN 9 or IBC 13 back in the Philippines, and the storyline was top notch. We are talking about the great grandfather of anime, Osamu Tezuka, who also who also did one of my most favorite animes of all time, Princess Sapphire or Princess Knight. This one, the storyline to this one, the game hewed very closely to the anime. And for those of you who have not seen the anime yet, give it a go. It is a really, really good experience. We're talking top-notch writing. The animation was good for its time back in the 70s, but the remake was good as well. We do not speak about the Hollywood movie of Astro Boy. We don't talk about that one. No such thing. It's kind of like mentioning Highlander 2. It didn't happen. So
or Dragon Ball Evolution.
Or Dragon Ball Evolution. There was no such thing. Nothing like that happened. But
or Death Note. Or Death Note.
Or Death Note. Nobody mentioned Death Note Hollywood. But yes, or Netflix. But yes, the fact is, this game hewed very closely to the storyline of the anime, and despite the frame drops that Viraj might have mentioned, it still played really well. It was very responsive. The challenge factor was just right, where it didn't overwhelm you, but still put up a very good fight. And the animation was in the game was very fluid and really, really smooth.
Well, the frame drops only happen when you're playing on emulator. On original hardware, you're fine. That's one of the
there you go. That's it.
So it had. What I'm saying is that 2003. So I said 2004. Actually, I picked up in 2003 because I couldn't wait for this game to come out in the UK, so I imported my copy from America. That's how much I wanted this game, and I got it, and I love it to bits. And
I think it was one of the panelists here who mentioned that it reminded him of Mega Man. I would argue that Mega Man was highly patterned after Astro Boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say that. Yes.
Yeah, it's like this. It's really one of those sad stories where, it's like Mega Man is huge, right? But it obviously was grafted off of Astro Boy, and sadly, Astro Boy didn't get shine as bright as Mega Man because he wasn't a video game until it came later on, and he didn't have the studio behind him. But it's not to say that this game that takes anything away from this game, because this game is absolutely stunning.
For those of you who want, sorry, I mentioned one last mention. Osamu Tezuka. If you guys want to check out his back catalog of anime and manga, top notch. Princess Knight, Astro Boy, Kimba the White
Metropolis.
Lion. Metropolis. There you go. Kimba the White Lion, which is the basis for Lion King, if I remember correctly. Yes. So check out the great grandfather of anime.
Kimba?
Yes,
White
Kimba
Lion?
the White Lion. Yes.
What about okay, well, thanks for that. And I know I said last not least you, but I forgot about Sir Joe in the corner down there. He's been hiding.
Oh yeah. He's so innocuous that he's just hanging around.
And there's a lot of us here.
No. I'm more on the cap of Sir Joel here, because the first Astro Boy that I know was from the Famicom.
Super Famicom,
Sir Joel knows that too. And I remember reading in an article saying that when the Sega team decided to do with this game, they had Osamu Tezuka Sensei in mind. They said that if they're going to do this game, they're going to have to do it with justice. That's why it looked like this. And for me, looking at the gameplay, I said, why is this on the Game Boy Advance? I mean, you'd think something like this should be on a proper console. Like if you catch me
You
playing this
should.
on an actual GBA, it really
Proper?
depends.
Excuse me.
For me, I have big ass hands, right? I mean, for me, I mean,
Okay, okay, that's his
for me to
argument.
properly play
Yeah.
this, it should be on an actual console. So, to
I
you
mean,
guys out
time,
there, if you don't want to play it on an emulator, if you have a if you have a GameCube with a Game Boy Advance player,
yeah.
play it there, sure.
I mean, in
You'll
its
get a lot
defense,
more playing it on a big screen.
yeah, but in its defense, look, it came out in a time where 3D was big. All the main consoles, PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox, this game would have been eaten alive because everyone's expecting 3D graphics. You know, the Game Boy
You know what,
Advance
Saturn? Maybe.
Game Boy Advance was unrivaled, unmatched at the time when it came to 2D, and this was the perfect format at the time it came out. But I understand your point in regards to the fact that you got, you know, big hands and you'd rather play it on a system where you can actually have a good grip to the sort of way it plays. But that's fair enough. That's a fair criticism. But you know, for the time, you know, in context of it, you can win with. You can understand why it's there. But it would be nice to have a Switch re-release, you know, of this game or a collection of treasure games, and that would be nice. You could play on.
That'd be nice, yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, thanks for your thoughts, your lady and gentlemen. Can we move on to the next person talking about their game? Who's next on the list? It's Hinu. I'll put it back to you.
Next, let's go on ahead. Mark, you ready
Yeah.
to share
Yeah.
what game you have for us? Go ahead, please.
I don't have a thing to show you anything, but mine is, of course, you guys know Pokemon. We have Digimon, but yeah, do you remember Monster Rancher?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Monster
Yes.
Rancher was great.
Actually,
Yes.
Monster Rancher is, for me, one of the most underrated gems of PlayStation 1.
Mhm.
It was released, I think, around 1997. Also, the same team that made Dead or Alive or Ninja Gaiden. Uh, the thing is with this game, Monster Rancher, is you don't catch the monster. Okay, you just pull them out of the city.
Yes.
That's the unique mechanic of this game. Also, for you to have other monsters, you need to have another disc, another game disc, even VCD, DVD.
If I can
Yeah,
interrupt for a
yes,
moment, Mark, my excitement on this was completely palpable. In the first time that you ran the game, you realized, oh my goodness, I can pull monsters from CDs, and you look at all the CDs that you have in your background or in your collection, and you
exactly.
think, I need to check out every single CD and check out what monster
Even
I
porn.
have. That was an amazing realization at that moment. Back to you, Mark.
Exactly. You need to try every CDs you have exactly for what kind of creature will come out of this CD. Also, from Monster Rancher, the whole point wasn't about being a hero or saving the world. You were more of a, what do you call this? Breeder? Yes,
Ah,
you're more of a
ah,
breeder, someone who raises monsters. Yeah. Also who trains them, feeds them.
breeder.
Uh,
Yes, it
that
was as much a yeah, a life simulation game as it was a monster collecting game, right, Mark?
right.
Because you fed the monster, you watched it grow. That was really good. Yeah, that was cool.
Also, you need to keep them happy. They have that happy meter somewhere, and also you need to join the tournament in order to have gold to feed them. They also get
So,
tired.
so what is this? Like, is this Tamagotchi where you actually fight with other
I would
Tamagotchi basically?
actually, I would actually compare it more to Princess Maker. If anybody remembers Princess Maker, the game where
I
you would,
remember Princess Maker.
yeah, it's a lot like that because your monster has to grow strong with your care before you bring it to the tournament to fight. Yeah, it was a
Yeah, so
combination
basically
of Princess Maker
Tamagotchi,
and
but it's
Pokemon.
fight.
Yeah.
Also, I remember one time when playing the game, my monster just go away. The monster was lost, and you need to like spend finding party to find that monster for like about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Also, the combat was nice. It was like semi-real time, you know. Also, the anime was released around 1999. So yeah, I think
Right.
the animation was good, but for me, it was always the game. So yeah, that's it. Your thoughts, sir Joel?
Oh, well, like I said, it is this is a lost classic series. We're talking like I really wish that they would come out with a modern version of Monster Rancher, but I understand that it's going to be hard to re-implement the unique CDs kind of thing. You have to find something different. Maybe your MP3 file, possibly maybe a unique hashtag for each MP3 or something like that, because the excitement of finding out what monster you had in your collection cannot be topped, because you realize for right at that moment, I already have a ton of monsters, I just had to find them. And the catch them all portion isn't going out into nature, it's finding out what you already have already here. That I really wish they would come out with something, they would remake or remaster or come out with a brand new one, because this is the perfect combination of monster collecting, of life simulation, of everything that you that was quite unique and interesting during that era. So, and the anime was actually really good as well. If anybody remembers the Monster Rancher anime, that was a nice, fun little kiddie romp into monster collecting. It wasn't particularly special, but it was fun. So yes, excellent choice, Mark. Kudos to you.
Also,
Yeah.
the ending song, it reminds me so much of my childhood. The year 2000 vibe is always there. Sir
Yes.
Biraj, your thoughts?
Me?
Yes,
Yes.
Viraj. I know there's a Monster Rancher game for the GBA, right?
Well, I don't know. I think this is a bit of a contradiction in terms of
Speaking
like.
of breeding,
Mm.
I think it's a bit of a contradiction in terms of the show, because like it's meant to be like games based on anime series.
Mm.
Monster Rancher anime aired in 1999. The game came out in 1997. So is the anime inspired from the video game? There's a bit of a
Oh,
contradiction
okay.
there.
That's true. That's true.
Boo!
No. We'll allow it. Will I as
It's the first time we'll allow it. Yeah, it's the
we'll
first time
allow
we'll
it because of how awesome the game is. We'll
All
allow
right.
it.
Look, for me, it's not my cup of tea. Like, I'll be honest. I don't think that. I mean, it's obviously a game of its time. Obviously, it's the PlayStation one we're looking at here. I understand it has its own particular fan base, but it just doesn't excite me. Most turn-based games don't. But hey, listen, if it's for you, good for you. But it's not my cup of tea. Anyway, I won't waste any more time. Let's move on to the next person.
Sir,
Sir
Dark
Jose, go.
Gossip.
Okay.
Joseph.
Yeah. I watched the anime first before I knew it was a game. Um,
Oh, there you go.
but the game, they re-released it for the Switch and on Steam. It's 1 and 2 in a pack together.
Yeah, but it's not the same. How can you possibly do the monster collecting?
you
with-
use
on the
codes
Switch?
now.
How?
Really?
Yeah.
Codes? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's how do you acquire the codes though?
I think you could just look them
You
up.
lose the novelty
Honestly.
of using CDs, though, but
Yeah. I remember seeing in magazines they used to list out like what CDs would have what monsters in them, just in case
Yeah.
you did have it. It's a fun game.
Oh, you know what
It's
would
always compared
work?
to Pokemon.
You know what would work? Barcodes. Barcodes.
There you
Almost
go.
everything has barcodes.
There was a toy, like, I don't know if it was late 90s, early 2000s, where you would go around scanning barcodes to get
I
monsters.
don't think I remember that one. Okay.
Yeah, I forget what it was called.
There was a mobile game as well, wherein you can unlock waifu using the
We need to
barcodes.
look for that one. Gotta look for that one then, okay?
Don't ask me how I found out about it. I just
Oh, no,
I
we're
just
asking.
discovered it one day.
We're asking.
No, I can't remember, unfortunately.
Okay. All right, continue, Jose.
But I don't have much to say on it. Just it's fun. That I feel like you'd have more fun with the anime than the game.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, how about you, Miss? What's your thoughts?
Thoughts. I think I played Monster Rancher back then, but I don't really remember it as much as its spin-off game, Monster Rancher Hop About, wherein you're jumping across these platforms and your goal is to reach the finish line. Um, I actually want to have another go with these games, but they're really expensive right now, and I also want to rewatch the anime because I remember it back then. The concept was so cool, and the designs, the monsters were really really unique. We have the one that looks like a wolf. We have the kangaroo. We have Suezo. We have Mochi. Those are the only two that I really remember the names
Yeah, I
because
know
of
what
the
I know
spin-off game.
I know what Miss Hinu's favorite monster is. It's the one-eyed monster. Anyway, continue.
Oh,
Why? Why? Why?
Continue.
That's
All right.
not even cute. Not even cute. That's
Oh, he's
not
cute.
fair. I
Cute.
like
No,
the
no, he's
wolf.
cute though. He is cute
Uh,
though, and he
But
grows.
there is
He
a
grows.
waifu monster from
Oh,
that game.
yeah, and he enlarges too. Think about it. Anyway.
He grows too.
okay,
Okay,
He
okay,
got it.
grows.
Anyway,
okay.
continue.
He has the ability to grow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Big
women,
veins and all that.
Oh,
Big yellow
okay. Is it
veins.
because I'm small? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I want to revisit this game, and I think there's also one for the PS2,
Yes.
or was the first? Yeah. Uh, what was the last game? Four? I think I don't I see them randomly on the
Evo.
marketplace and
They stopped numbering it,
yeah.
and then it was called Evo.
Evo. Okay, there you go.
Evo. Ah, okay. Yeah, those are my thoughts for the game right now, and I'm seeing a lot of the comments. We haven't been reading the comments from our viewers.
All right, and
They're too lively right now.
let's proceed with RV Retro Vibes. Have you ever
Um,
experienced Monster Rancher?
Unfortunately, not. No, but from what I can see and what Sir Joel said, it seems like a very interesting concept, like finding monsters in CD. Like that, I can't. That seems very interesting. Unfortunately, probably the closest I've come to is maybe like a Tamagotchi. It's probably this very similar. I don't know, but yeah, no. So it seems like a very cool concept. Unfortunately, I never played it, so yeah,
Mhm.
can't
That's
comment
fine.
too much.
That's perfectly fine. But it sounds like something you'd be willing to try, right?
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I've never seen the anime either, so I
Mm.
couldn't tell you much on that. Unfortunately.
All right. And Ranji, come on, Ranji. What's your thoughts? Have you ever played the game? Have you ever seen the anime?
When it comes to Monster Rancher, I've only heard of it, but I actually have never played the game or
Okay.
seen the anime.
Mhm.
He's too young. He
Oh,
was
yeah,
too
that's
young.
true. Yeah, he's a youngster, have to admit.
Okay.
Yeah. How old are you, Ranji?
28.
28. Okay, so
About
yeah, you're
young.
basically the baby of the group. Okay,
Uh,
understood. So
okay, but yeah, I
Okay,
would be
hot
able
shot.
to.
Are you saying we're old?
yes, I'm saying we're all old.
No.
But honestly, I am happy that people of Ranji's generation are interested in the games that we used to play because one of the things here in Timeless Gamer Show is that we are always trying to share the joy of retro to all generations.
Yeah,
Back to you, Reggie.
definitely. Yeah, thank you. And yep, I wouldn't be able to comment much, but I would definitely give this one a try as well, since it's well, it's a no brainer. It's monsters fighting, and you get to make them stronger and everything. So yeah, I definitely give this a try. Would try to watch the anime if I have time, but yeah, nothing much else from me.
But it's
So
still well said. Well said. Thanks very much for
yeah,
that, Ranji. Excellent. All right, back to you, Miss Hino.
Mr.
I think we've gone through everybody for this one.
Joel.
Nice.
Oh wait, Joe. I keep forgetting.
Because he's just chilling out on
I know. He's just chilling out in the corner.
No. I remember reading it was a Game Pro magazine at the time. They say that Monster Rancher is going to be the Pokemon killer. No, it wasn't. Although I can understand the sentiment that they were trying to do. It's not the cutesy style of Pokemon, definitely, but
yeah.
because like you guys mentioned, you are actually taking care of said creature before going to the cockfights. So, I
Cockfights with
mean,
one-eyed
basically,
monsters. Anyway,
one-eyed monsters, correct.
yes.
Um, I believe the second Monster Rancher
You know,
game
I
resembles a
honestly
little
don't
bit
think Miss.
more on the anime side,
I honestly don't think Miss
like
Hino
the
got
first
that
one.
joke yet. Anyway, continue. Anyway,
Somebody please explain the one-eyed joke to Miss Ino
okay. Anyway,
in the
good.
Brosh
chat.
can
Continue.
explain
Yes.
it. He's well versed in that.
In the chat.
Okay.
Mm.
Anyway,
All
continue,
right.
Joe. You were about to say. Joe, go ahead.
Let's go with the next person now. Alrighty, Miss Ino, go. Who want to pass
Okay,
it to
okay,
next?
and enough about cocks. Let's go on ahead. Who's the next person? Who is it? Jose.
All right. For my game,
Joe is just gooning in the corner.
I am gooning.
Joe's
Go ahead,
tagline
Jose.
was from the Avengers. Joe, it might be a good time to goon, and Joe would say, "That's my secret. I'm always gooning." Anyway,
I'm always gooning.
all right, Jose, go ahead.
All right, Jose, goon ahead.
All right. For my game, I picked JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Eyes of Heaven. It's on the PS4, I think, only.
Wait. Pause. Because of Jose's
All right,
choice,
do the
we all
pose.
have
All right,
we all have to do a pose. Okay.
we have to do the pose. All right.
All right, go for it.
No. As per tradition,
As per tradition.
every time we talk about JoJo, we do a pose. Okay.
Yes. All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3, and Joe will take the screenshot. All right, there you go. All right, continue, Jose.
All right. So this is a arena battler 2-on-2 that spans from the first part all the way to JoJo Lion, I believe, and it doesn't really follow the anime. It does tell you about the anime. If you haven't watched it all, it will ruin some plot points in the game. So be warned if you're going to play it. But it does have an original story, but you do have crossovers between all the JoJos, so they're all in there. It's a relatively long, not too short of a game. It's like 20 hours if you just sit there and play it. It's not the best game. I feel like JoJo works better as a straight 2D fighter than it does a arena. But you do have a lot of good characters, especially if you're really if you're a fan of the anime, you're gonna love this because everyone that you would possibly like is in it. There we go.
This is
So
on
and
PS4.
then yeah, this is on the PS4.
Right.
So and the thing is that if you're in America, it's digital only. Sucks. I'm not sure if any other region besides Japan has a physical version, but the characters do have what the fuck? I was like, what the hell? Because I was on the Wikipedia too. The characters do interact with each other, sometimes in funny ways, but it's a nice foray into JoJo if you're not familiar with it, because you do learn who everyone is right away. And there's a lot to do in the game. You can play multiplayer too. I remember I've played this online with Sir Wolfram a bunch of times because he was talking shit thinking he could beat me, and he didn't. So so I would say, and this game honestly goes on sale quite often. When I bought it, I think it was like $6, and I've seen it go as low as $4. So if you have PS4, buy it. I think you'll like it. You know what? It kind of does remind me of Dissidia. Now that it's all Final Fantasy characters, because it is you run around all over the place fighting each other.
Or
You
Power
literally
Stone.
chase. Yeah, but it's like a bigger map. You could chase each other forever if you wanted. But there's not much to say because it's pretty self-explanatory of what it is. Some of the matches do get annoying when you get to certain spots, especially because you can throw things at people like in Power Stone, and you could just be caught like across the stage. But I want to hear what Miss Hinu has to say about either JoJo game or JoJo anime.
I've never really watched or read any of the JoJo series.
Oh,
How dare
I've
you?
been surrounded by a lot of my friends are really really big fans, and I get overwhelmed because they suddenly start posing around when they're talking about JoJo. I'm like, what's going on? I mean, all I know about JoJo is that the artist is so good that I think there's like, was it a fashion line? I mean, his art was recognized, and was it high fashion or whatever, or was it a museum? I'm not sure. I really am clueless, but I'm looking at the video right now, and then I think the game captures the aesthetic of JoJo really well. The 3D models are insane. They're really really accurate because there are times when you look at an anime game and it's 3D. There's something off about the character models. They don't really look as nice as their 2D counterparts, but this one, right up to the cell shading, it's really good. Yeah, you since you mentioned the Dissidia, now that I think about it, yeah, the Dissidia, it really is like the Dissidia, but with JoJo characters, and it looks like there's a big roster for this game as well. Since how many season has this been? The series, so I'm expecting upwards of 20 characters. Is it?
This game actually has let's see, 53.
Oh my!
And when this game came out, the anime only had been up to part 5, but the manga has been going on for like almost 40 years.
Oh
1980.
my god!
Haven't been going on.
I can't imagine
Hang on,
tournaments for that game because
which
you would
one
need to
is-
memorize all of the 50 characters.
Hang on.
Move sets.
So which one is running longer? This one or Conan?
that's a good
Yellow.
question. But that's a good question. I believe
Or
Conan.
One Piece. Or One Piece.
No,
No, no,
definitely,
One Piece
definitely
is gonna
not
run
One Piece.
forever. Anyway,
This started in
No.
1987, Manga, I believe. I think it started in 1987 as a thing. So I think
Mhm.
Conan's older, obviously.
Conan might be older,
Conan's
if I
older.
remember correctly. Yes.
Mm.
But yes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure started in 1987, and yeah, with this is this Jose? Is this also Eyes of Heaven, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or is that a different one?
No, this is an original story. That's just the tag subtitle they gave it.
Okay, there you go. It. I have to admit, the Miss Inu, let me just say this about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, you have not seen it. If you have certain expectations about certain anime, about the pacing and everything, throw all that out the window. Because the first time that you see JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you think, oh, they have the Snake Road kind of storyline where it takes forever to resolve one thing. 1 or 2 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is basically an entire anime season already for other animes with the pacing that they have. They do it really, really fast. The action is like really quick, and the colors that they use in the anime palette do not exist in nature. So these are the kinds of things that no, we're talking. This is one thing about the mangaka or mangaka that he says, I don't want to use colors that exist in nature. I want something unique. I want something different. That is what showed up in the manga, in the anime, and
And it paid off.
It paid off.
Yeah, it paid off. I
Like,
mean, the style is easily recognizable.
absolutely. And my personal choice of most favorite season is Stardust Crusaders. You might want to check that out because honestly, my personal opinion is that it really reached its peak there. But this game, it looks like I played Eyes of Heaven. That was a lot of fun. This game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and the games are almost always worth it when it comes to well, I mean overall, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's not popular for no reason at all. it has a reason to become popular because it's well written, it's quick, the pace is very fast, and it is unique in its approach to storyline in terms of gameplay. And yeah, I would say with your visuals, because you would have lots of different things that you would not experience in other manga or anime or video games. So yes, Jose, good choice. That's my personal opinion. Anybody else?
Viraj, what do you think?
Oh, well, it's clearly a game for people who are closet homosexuals. It's definitely
Feel for yourself. Feel for yourself.
I was
Perfect
waiting
you.
for it.
Perfect for you.
a very gay game. But obviously there are gay characters in the show as well. So you have that. But no, it has.
It's a game for it's an anime, video game, and manga for men who are comfortable in their sexuality. Anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
okay, we'll say that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely bizarre in terms of the art style,
Yes.
and it lives up to itself, and it's really out there. And if you want something that's very different, I think this is the game for you because it's unique in the way the art is, I will say, and the way the characters act and behave, and the way it flows, and like you said with the story. I'm not too familiar with it. I watched like a couple of episodes when it aired or whatever, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting, but it's very hard for me to get hooked on something like this, and I don't have the time for it. But I can understand why people who are fans of the show will actually watch this. Play this. I like the art style because it reminds me of another game similar in terms of it's like sort of. I don't want to call it cell shaded. It reminds me of this game called Beautiful Joe. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah.
So it
Beautiful
reminds
Joe, yeah.
Yeah, so it reminds me of that sort of style in terms of the way that they've gone with it, and I think it's very difficult because to make a game stand out from the rest now, because we're talking PlayStation 4. This is an arena battle style game. I mean, it's competing against so many other fighting games out there, so it really has to stand on its own 2 feet. Again, it's a niche in itself because obviously I think with a game that's sort of anime inspired, you have to be familiar with the source material. And I think as someone like me would be like, oh, I'd have to watch the anime before I even attempt playing the game because otherwise I won't like it. So I think that's where it kind of loses with a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people who think that way. Oh, I'm not familiar with it, but will I enjoy the video game? That being said, I think it's actually really good, and for $4, as you mentioned, it's nothing to steal. For what the game is, and I think we're living in an era now with it. We're just so spot for choice now in terms of game pricing. In terms of modern games, there's so many cheap modern games now you can just pick up, not just of this generation, but also of last generation. I think PlayStation 4 is such a cheap. I can't stress it is such a cheap format to get games for, physical or even digital, and you just can't go wrong with it. And this is your cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea at all, to be honest. There's other games I'd rather play. And I think it's not to say that this is bad. It's the fact that we're just saturated with so many awesome games out there where I have more preferences of other games than this one. But if you're into arena battlers, if you're into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and anime style games, yeah, this could be very well a good game for you to enjoy. All right, that's my thoughts on that.
Sir Mark, I think it was.
Actually, I'm not familiar with what's that again? PlayStation 4?
Yes, it was
The
PlayStation
game?
4 mentioned.
PlayStation 4. I'm not familiar with the PlayStation 4 game of JoJo's, but I am familiar with the PlayStation 1. Also,
There you go.
yeah, also the anime, I won't lie, I don't know anything about the anime, but I just know a few things about JoJo's, the world. What's that again?
Zawardo.
Zawarudo. Then the Dio, Ora, Moda. That's it. That's what I only know from JoJo.
So Ranji is familiar with the memes of JoJo, then not so
Yeah.
much the anime or the game. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's an entry point. It's an entry point into the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fandom.
Yeah. For the for JoJo, a lot of my other classmates in school are actually talking about it, and I'm just sitting there listening, and it's kind of like, if you don't know something, right, you're gonna get overwhelmed by the amount of information that you're hearing. That is actually what's happening to me every time they talk about JoJo, because I really have no idea. But I've seen like a few clips of it. I've seen like a few clips of fight scenes and everything. It really does look good. Although I really haven't had any time to watch any. Well, it's not really a new anime. Well, a new anime for me. I haven't watched any like had any time to watch any new anime that I can get into. But look, when I saw the video just now, the gameplay, I have to agree, it does kind of look like it kind of does look like Dissidia, and I played a lot of Dissidia before, so yeah, with that I have to agree on. Uh, I don't have a PS4, so I wouldn't be able to try it unfortunately, but I'm not really sure if I actually would want to try it myself as well. But the game in my opinion looks good, and that's all I have to say for that for now.
They do have there's a PS3 version,
Uh huh.
and then this PS3 version got a remake on Switch, Xbox, and PS5. So this one plays more like Street Fighter. It's a 2D fighter.
Oh, okay. That's actually very nice for anyone who's interested in more fighting games, and especially ones like Street Fighter. Hey, anyone gonna give their opinion on this?
Retro, what do you got to say?
It's funny that you should mention that they do sales in this, because that's how I actually picked it up. It was on, it was on sale, and I played it. I think to what Virage's point is, it's so saturated. There's so many different types of fighting games. You've got like a Dragon Ball, you've got a Demon Slayer, you've got Naruto, you've got all these other different. But what really makes this stand out and unique is the visuals. The visuals are so beautiful. I like that style. Maybe some people don't, but I like that kind of bright, stylized. For me, it just looks aesthetically pleasing. The game's not okay, but that the style is what. And if you're a fan of that, the anime, which I have seen on Netflix, it's good. Then you'll definitely love this. Yeah, I played it, and yeah, I can vouch for it. It's good.
Nice, very good.
Yes.
All right, I think we're good with Jose's choice. Anybody else want to jump in with their opinion? Joe.
Joe's opinion on JoJo's Adventure.
Joe's.
All right.
On JoJo.
I am getting sick and tired of looking for JoJo references when I'm watching anime. Like every now and then, you'll see something. Oh, is that a JoJo reference? Oh, is that a JoJo reference? And you know what? Speaking of which, I mean, there's a lot of people who keep pointing out or commenting, is that a JoJo reference? But most of the time, these people haven't really watched the anime, haven't read the manga, or even played the games. They don't. They just know the memes.
They're just memeing, yes.
And to me, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of those anime that the style makes it more recognizable. The brand it makes it more recognizable. The art style of it, like if you see this kind of art style, you know it's JoJo. Like there's so many anime or manga styles out there. They kind of look mish and match. All they pretty much look the same. Every now and then you'll see an art style that you can actually recognize who made them based on the style that they were drawn into. And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is one of those ones that pretty recognizable among the anime fandom, really. And regarding about the games, I'm more familiar with the PS1 JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like Ranji is. Although, what's one? That's a 2D fighter one where you fight with your stands. If I get the vocabulary right, and then with this, it's a battle royale style, like Sir Jose mentioned and explained earlier. Because if I remember correctly, even in the anime, most of the time they tend to fight one on one, not really like a battle royale style. So this is another concept, like a what if scenario if this character fights this character. So yeah, very interesting concept, Power Stone style. with a little bit more liberties and a lot more leeway. Next person, Tino, go.
I think this would be. I think we already had four panelists share their games. Maybe this would be a good time for ad break.
Let's go with an ad break. And then, after the ad break, Sir JDM also submitted his recording in regarding his choice of video games based on anime. So, we will hear from Sir JDM right after these messages. Start your own online live streams, webinars, podcasts, online classes, and virtual presentations with Streamyard. By using Streamyard's user-friendly interface, you can also do simultaneous multi-streaming if you have accounts to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms. If live streaming is not your style, video and audio recordings are also available, especially with those who have variable and inconsistent internet connections. The finished output will still come out as clear and well articulated exactly as you originally intended. You can also customize the appearance of your presentation, like green screen effects, facial touch-ups to smoothen out those facial blemishes, multiple cameras for multiple guests joining in the discussion, your own wallpaper on the background, adding your own logo as a watermark, sharing videos from your own computer or other website for added visual aids with or without audio, uploading your own background music if you wish to set the mood when talking, and lots more. Before you can enjoy all of the wonderful full features of StreamYard, you can start with a 14-day free trial by using our link. Not only that you are supporting the Timeless Gamers Show, but you can see it for yourself how easy it is using StreamYard. Do you like playing video games? Do you like reading about history? Do you like learning about video game history? Then you should give yourself the gift of owning some video game history books from BitMap. Since 2014, BitMap Books have published numerous colorful and well-detailed hardbound books about video games ranging from the different video game consoles of old and the various video game genres that will surely pique the interest of its core fanbase. BitMap's team of global video game journalists, players, and illustrators have produced numerous award-winning titles that celebrate the software, hardware, and developers that laid down the foundations for the billion-dollar video game industry we all know and love today. International shipping is also available with careful and considerate packaging from BitMap Books. If you don't want to take my word for it, then you can believe the people, almost 10,000 satisfied customers who submitted their glowing written reviews and video reviews after receiving their books from BitMap. By ordering your first BitMap book using our link, you will also be supporting the Timeless Gamers Show in spreading our love of video games and their rich history.
Hello Timeless Gamers, and Juan De Marcos here, sharing my game selection for this episode, and my game of choice is Hamtaro Ham Hams Unite for the Game Boy Color, released in 2001. You play as the eponymous hamster Hamtaro, and the objective of the game is to meet all the ham-hams and bring them back to their clubhouse. To do this, Hamtaro should find and interact with the other ham-hams by talking to them or doing other things such as giving them items and tackling them and doing fetch quests for them. There are certain commands or ham chat words you can use to interact with the other ham-hams. One of them is hamha, or pick with them. Another one is dig, which can use to dig items underneath the ground. And you can also tackle or use tack you. I'm not joking and I'm not cursing actually. It's just the ham word for tackle. which is very useful for some situation. You can also use hip or search the surroundings or find some sunflower seeds in the area. Other hamshot words can be learned as you progress the story and can be used to interact with other ham-hams. There are also mini games you can play, including Takyu Bowling and Ham Jam, which is a rhythm game using Hamchat. In return, you can earn sunflower seeds that you can use in exchange for clothing and other collectibles. All in all, it's a fun, chill, and cutesy game for a kid at heart, such as myself. And the game can be tedious or repetitive for some gamers, and the replay value is limited. But for me, I'm a fan of the anime, and sometimes I would just like to play a chill game to pass the time if I get tired of playing Skyrim or my other favorite stealth action games like Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell. Well, we all need this mindless fun to sail away from the stressful titles like Dark Souls and Sekiro. So that's my anime video game review for this episode. Enjoy the rest of the show. JDM out. So that's my anime video game review for this episode. Enjoy.
Ah, I
for
miss
that.
JDM. Thanks so much for that, JDM. We miss you. We hope you come back very soon. But excellent choice of video game. I'd always been interested in the Hamtaro anime series, and the game looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun too. Honestly, I know Viraj rolling his eyes right now, but the thing is, you would find the most interesting storylines in the weirdest, cutesiest places. And
Why would you even care about something like this, man?
because
I'm
I'm part of the
As I said,
connoisseurs
he likes
of
something
pure.
simple.
shocked to hear
Something
from a man
simple.
of so advanced years, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
this sort of, it's
Viraj, let me
Something
tell you one thing.
Teletubbies, mate. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you
Watch
one thing.
Teletubbies.
Somebody put in
Watch
the
Teletubbies.
effort
Come
on this, and they pour their heart and soul into it. Honestly,
That's
you,
true.
are you telling me you still watch Sesame Street? I mean, it's that kind
Yes.
of thing. You know what I mean?
I used to. When I got brought home from the hospital as a toddler, as a baby, I was set in front of the TV and I watched it all the way until I went to school. Yeah.
I think we like things that we sort of grew up with, but like Hamtaro, man, come on, you're an old man even when Hamtaro come out. That's what I'm a bit surprised.
That's the thing. I would give it a chance. I would watch it, probably give it the episode 1 and episode 2 test. If it caught my fancy, I would continue it. The thing about it is it would not, my rationale is it would not be that popular if it didn't have a reason to be. And I
fair
wanna check
enough,
it out.
whatever, man. It's a
Yeah.
show for little kids, man. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, yeah. And I'll check it out.
I'm
I
saying
would
you're
still
not a little kid, and you never
Oh, no.
grew up with it, so I don't
Heck.
understand the appeal.
I'd watch VeggieTales. I hear it's pretty good too. You never know.
Okay, where makes you happy?
Anyway.
All of our games are based from shows for
Listen,
little
yeah, we
kids.
grew up with these shows.
Right.
We watched these shows when we were younger. That's what I'm trying to say. This guy has always been old. All right.
Yes. I'm that old. I have to agree on that one. Yes.
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
for the Filipinos who are watching the show, I was kind of like lamang. I was born from my mother's womb, but already speaking and full grown. Yeah, that was.
Oh.
Benjamin
Okay.
Button.
All right.
Anyway.
Who's next for our panel? How about we go to Ranji?
Ranji, go.
What do you have for tonight?
Well, I don't have anything to show. With me,
I'll do it.
but what I will talk about is one of my favorite games growing up since I played since the PS2. It's one of the Naruto games that has reached up until the PS4, the Nintendo Switch, Xbox, and that game is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Road to Boruto. So the series of this game started off as a 2D side scroller, like a fighting game, right? And it has evolved into it has actually evolved into like a really good one. For the PS3, the first game that came out was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and that was the what do you call this? That was the first installation in the Storm series for Naruto, and that was up until only if everyone has watched the anime, that was actually only up until where Sasuke tried to part ways from Konoha because he was in search for power because of Orochimaru. So, and then for the second Storm game, it's basically still it's basically still conflict and whatnot, just like the other two. And for the second Storm game, which also came out in PS3, if I remember correctly. Well, it only came out in PS3, I think. It was up until Naruto was trying to get Sasuke back. That was the end of Storm 2. Storm 3, that is actually going up all the way to the third, fourth Great Ninja War, if I remember. Yeah, that was the one. And Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 actually compiles all of the all of the fight scenes, all of the up until the story, up until the recent series, which is Boruto. Uh, but yeah, for this, I absolutely love the Storm games. Every single one of them, no matter what. For You're gonna have fun with this because in the story mode, it really follows the anime to the letter. From the start until the end. You get to you in this one game you get to play them as when they were kids up all until the way they were grown up, because the DLC is until the start of Boruto. And for this, it actually has over 130 playable characters, including the DLC. So it's just up to you. You have a lot of options for characters. When I had the Switch, which unfortunately I sold, I used to I played this with my cousin, with my other friends who wanted to, who are also into Ninja Storm as well. Uh, you can also play multiplayer online, but that actually is a bit wonky on my end. I'm not sure if it's just my internet or anything, but yeah, uh, multiplayer, Boruto story, original story. You're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So uh, you actually don't have to watch the anime if you don't want, because it's over 400 episodes. This compiles all of it into one. Yeah. So yeah. Would anyone like to give their thoughts on this one?
Well, let me tell you one thing, Ranji. My missus, watched the anime, all 500 plus episodes of it. She
Ooh.
slammed through it.
Oh, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
I'm really impressed with her tenacity. If she starts on something, she really finishes it. And yeah,
Yeah.
this looks like it's really faithful to the anime from what I've been seeing from what she's watching. I
It
also
is
like the
very.
fact that it is they utilize the same type of artwork, the same angles, the same type of colors for the game as they did with anime. I have to admit, some games when they translate from anime into video games, they don't translate well. This one looks like it translated it one to one. I
Mhm.
would say it's impressive. I played a little bit of Ninja Storm, if I remember correctly, on
Yeah.
the PS3 long ago, and it was a lot of fun. It played really well. The controls were very tight. You could feel yourself being a ninja for that game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
good choice. Good choice. Next.
Me, many thoughts.
Okay.
As someone who followed Naruto from childhood to when I was working, Jesus Christ. But I never got around to playing the Ninja Storm games. What I played was the PS2 games, the Ultimate Ninja. So its
Oh, those are
predecessor.
so
It's
good.
it's
Yeah.
the side scrollers. There was no open world adventure yet. Basically, all of the story mode is I think maybe just visual novel type, and then the next thing is the fight between you and whoever villain. So, yeah, it's amazing how far the graphics have come because as Joel mentioned earlier, back then some of the characters didn't really translate as well from 2D to 3D, and now looking at the evolution of the games and knowing how big the roster got is insane because I remember playing the PS2 game. Naruto's dad, Minato, wasn't even voiced yet. He never even had a voice actor during that time. So, and right now, the recent games, it's up to Boruto. So that's Naruto's kid already. So it's weird that the franchise is still ongoing, going strong, and it really looks amazing. Maybe one day I'll try and play it, but right now I'm still very sore with
Yeah,
Naruto.
Miss Naruto,
Whoa.
Miss Hino store over Naruto. Anyway, so
What?
but I would have to say I've noticed one thing. It's the Misses, it's Miss Hino. I guess Naruto skews towards the female audience.
Women love
I'm surprised
Naruto,
for
man.
that. Yeah.
They think he's sexy.
No,
Women love him. That's
I, yes, I love Naruto, but I also watch the Shonen trilogy. That's
Yeah.
why One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. So
Okay.
But women
still
love him.
ongoing though. One Piece. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. It's interesting that it transcends gender definitions. I guess it's the storytelling. It's got good storytelling. I have to admit that. When I was watching the anime with the missus, well, she watched it, and I was watching bits and pieces over her shoulder. It seemed to have a really good storyline. Yeah.
It is. It's really good.
Yep.
Even though I haven't watched it, I know it's good. So there you go.
Yeah. Within the game, actually, like when you play the story mode, there is actually a mini game where you have to press a sequence of buttons that actually serves within the cutscene of the actual like from the actual cutscene on what happened in the anime.
Well, I'll just admit, I'll have one thing. I love the fact that Naruto likes callbacks. The fact that he was in one, I think in one of the latter episodes where he had to fight the ultimate enemy or something like that, the ultimate magical enemy, that he used his earliest magical technique where he had to replicate himself to defeat him, defeat her. That I really like that one. I like anime that respects its origins. Anyway, I'm curious about Mark. What does Mark have to say about this game or anime?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Because he's got a lot of thoughts and opinions on that one.
No. I just realized that I am so outdated with the games. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes. As I only remember is I played the Naruto PlayStation 2 game. That's it. The Ninja Storm, etc. No, not yet. But I would give it a try. Also, the manga, the anime was. I am at the stage. I am at the stage wherein the branches of the story confuses me already. It is so broad that I am getting confused with it already. So yeah, that's my thought.
It's approaching levels of Romance of the Three Kingdoms number of characters already. I guess. RV, I'm curious about your points, retro vibes on what Ranji presented.
Yeah, no, it's a good game, Ranji. I've played this before. I have very fond memories of playing this with my friends at their house, and I can say it's settled a lot of disputes. To be like, who's doing the dishes? Let's go play Ninja Storm to see who finds out who's doing the dishes.
Okay, that's a pretty cool way of doing it. Very cool. I like that.
It's one of the most. I think again, Viraj's point before. There's so many different animes that have gone into fighting games, such as like Naruto, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball, and they're all unique in the sense that they're based on the anime. This one's really good as well. I have to say.
I have yet to see an Urotsuki Doji fighting game though. Anyway, all right, and who has not spoken yet? Joe.
Right. I'm more on the camp with Miss Hinu. There was a time when the modern trifecta of anime came out back in the mid 2000s. Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, and then to the point that they were dishing out filler after filler after filler. And I got fed
Yeah.
up. And then Naruto being one of them, variantly. As far as the game's concerned, I think the only Naruto game that I played was the one in the PSP, and they were still kids at the time
Yeah.
uh, when I played that. And the, thinking about it now, even with the latest games that we're showing right now, one of the things that I kind of nitpick is that not all of the characters uh, are well thought out in terms of their maneuvers and their special abilities. Because if you're going by the manga and the anime, most of the character development are more centered on the primary and the secondary characters. But with the games, you tend to also include the tertiary characters as well, playable as they say, but you don't. But most of their move sets are pretty much taking liberties from the developers. Like in some cases, some of their move sets you don't remember being pulled off in the anime or the manga. It's just thought off. This character. Okay, what can we make them do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
Um,
pretty good point.
for those who played this kind of games, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, so unless you're playing the primary characters or the secondary characters, more likely you'll be more familiar with their moves at their repertoire, rather than the ones that the developers just thought of off the fly. And those are my thoughts.
All right. Thank you
Next,
for that one.
next character, next one. We got how about RV? Let's go with retro vibes. What's your game? What you got?
Yeah. So my game is Dragon Ball Budokai 3 on the PS3, and the reason
All
I
right.
picked this out of all, I played so many Dragon Ball games. Like I played
Yeah.
on the Game Boy Advance, Busuri. I played even the latest ones like Kakarot and DBZ Fighters. But this one in particular, when I was growing up, I think this was the height of Dragon Ball. This is when Goku turned Super Saiyan against Frieza in this during that arc, and that's the kind of time when that game kind of came out, and I have fond memories of playing it. It's if you've never seen Dragon Ball or played the game, it's a fighting game. This one in particular is a 3D fighting game,
Yeah.
and it has like around this is a long. I played this on the PS3, PS2, sorry, long time ago, and I remember it having like around 28 playable characters on the main roster. This is not including the transformations that they can, because it can go up to like Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 3, and even now it's getting a bit ridiculous. I'll be honest, but at a total, it had around. Once you collect all the Z points, and if you play through the main story, you can get around 40. But I have very fond memories of playing it. I'm sure you guys have seen Dragon Ball or played
Yeah.
it, hopefully. I'm just want to know your thoughts in regards to the anime or the game, or what's your favorite game in terms of this series. I'll start off with you, Sir Joel. What do you think?
My personal favorite is the Ultimate Tenkaichi game
Mm,
on
yes.
PS3. I particularly love that one because of it catered to how my slow reflexes. I'm very slow. I'm old. My reflexes are slow, and I really loved how cinematic that game was, Ultimate Tenkaichi, in terms of like how it presented the battles. I loved the power blasts that they do. Now these ones, the Budokai ones, have very quick move sets and very very fast gameplay, something that I can't do anymore. But the Ultimate Tenkaichi one allowed for me to be able to think before I made a move. So this one looks like it's fun, but honestly, I would still pick Ultimate Tenkaichi for myself. still for my Dragon Ball Z game.
For me, I think it was like more of a nostalgic thing. I
Mm.
totally get Tenkaichi, even DBZ Fighters or Kakarot. Visually, it's way more stunning and just it's a bit. I admit it's a better game overall. It's just for me. I think I just don't get that feeling when I played it. In terms of this one, anyway, that's for me.
Mhm. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody's opinion is valid. All right. Mhm. Anybody else?
Um,
Whose favorite Dragon Ball Z game?
It's a very
Um,
good game. It's a very good game. Shall I talk? I like the boot. I played the first one in the series, and when that came out on PlayStation 2 back in 2, that was outstanding. Right, I've not played the second and third, but I've hold file. Like it's actually the best in the series. Developed by Dimps, who actually made the Sonic Advance series on the Advance, and they also worked with Capcom with the Street Fighter 4 and the Street Fighter 5 game. And they've got their fingers in a lot of pies actually when it comes to working with a lot of other sort of developers and other anime-based games. But when Dimps is behind something, I'm like, I listen. I think, okay, what they're going to do next, because they are actually a really good software developer. And when Budokai 3 came out, I remember when I worked in the shop back in those days, people asked me, "Have you got Budokai 3?" I'm like, "No, I only got 2 copies in, and they sold out." You know, they went like that. I think it's a shame that back then maybe they didn't make as many copies as they should have done, because this game goes for a fair bit of money on the resale market. But this is a really, really well-made game. I have to stress it. Look, forget the whole Dragon Ball Z aspect to the side. As a game, it is not paralleled. It's something you'll enjoy. Got 77% on Metacritic, which is actually quite a decent score considering it's Metacritic, and they're very tough when it comes to it. It's a game that you can easily get into. You can enjoy it. The fact that you have the Dragon Ball Z characters in there that obviously you'd be familiar with the anime, the fact that they're represented well is just really, really fun. And, one of the animes that I think we're all familiar with in the 1990s is, well, there were 2 big ones, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z, and this is the sort of thing that you can follow and enjoy. I think what the interesting thing about Dragon Ball Z as an IP is it lends itself to not just fighting games, but other genres. Obviously, we know there's adventure Dragon Ball Z games. You get card-based Dragon Ball Z video games. You have RPG-based RPG video games. So there's so many, and there were so many different developers that made off a Dragon Ball Z. It's not just Dimps, or Bandai Namco, or Banpresto, which is part of Bandai Namco. There were so many other developers that made Dragon Ball Z games, for better or for worse. This is actually a good one. It's actually a good one, and there are hot and cold Dragon Ball Z games. There are some that are like, okay, fair enough, but this one is one that, if you like versus fighting games, if you like the idea of, if you're inspired by the anime and you saw the fights on the anime, the battles or whatever, and you follow it through, you'll have a lot of fun with this particular game. So that's my thoughts on that, and I do agree. This is actually a very good choice. So props to you for bringing this to our attention. And
thank you, Regent, Raj. So I forgot the person in the red. Sorry, sir.
Randy.
Ranji, go.
Oh, that's Ranji. Yes. Mhm.
So Ranji.
Yeah, yes. Just like you, Sir Retro Vibes. I actually played a lot of this game when it came out. I actually didn't get to play the first one, but I played Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3. More so, like Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was actually one of my favorite fighting games on the PS2. This actually had more characters that came out than the previous one, because like I remember I could actually pick King Vegeta if I remember. Yeah, this game actually has a character. The learning curve for anyone who wants to play this is actually kind of steep, because I kind of struggled with my first few battles, and after doing like the training mode, that's when I actually got the hang of it. So the the combos there is actually not just you just have to press square and everything. You have to press triangle, square, circle as well, X to dash, and then circle to teleport. If I remember, those are the controls. You have to actually charge your key and then use the blast. And if I remember correctly, the gimmick for base Goku here, one of the was that you have to charge your you have to press a certain button to borrow energy from the universe so that you can use the spirit bomb, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
so
good. It's yes, sorry.
that's
Go.
actually it's okay. That's actually like one of the gimmicks that I remember. And then for unlocking the rest of the characters, you actually have to what do you call this? You actually have to fuse items just to like unlock the rest. If I remember, but yeah, this is a very good choice for a game that you picked. A lot of characters follows the story greatly, and yeah, props to you, sir, for picking this because like. Sorry, I'm just actually really biased because this is one of my favorite games as well.
Me too. And when I first started playing this, I like you said, it's more than just button mashing.
Yeah.
You got to learn like how to dodge and all like this. But no, thank you. So Mark, for
Mark, go.
The Dragon Ball. I played the final boss from
Final bout.
PlayStation. Me and my cousin are really, we're actually fighting literally when playing this game. I remember inputting some buttons, and my cousin was like going overboard, smashing those buttons as well. So yeah, the Tenkaichi, I've heard of it before, but I haven't bought it. Also, um, anything above or after Final Bout, I have no idea already. But
Oh,
the
that's fine.
anime was good, okay? The anime was,
Definitely.
I don't know. Somehow the anime seems lacking something.
oh look,
Uh,
I agree. I
it,
mean, I think
it,
it's getting over the top now. The anime.
Oh yeah, the designs. I don't know if it's the design. I don't know if it's the drawing. I don't know, but it seems lacking already. So yeah, that's my
Could,
thoughts about it.
could it
Yeah.
be the continuity, perhaps?
I don't know. I think it's the style. It changed a lot for me.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you on that one. Yeah.
like I've seen what do you call this? What's that character again? Krillin. I've seen Krillin, and he somehow changed a lot. I don't know if he
Yeah.
went. I don't know if
Grew
he's
hair.
small or he's
He
so
grew
small
hair.
right now,
Let
or
me
he
let me
is.
just say this, Mark. Fatherhood changes you. Trust me on this one.
Yeah, yeah,
But yes, I do remember back in the days the Super Butoden games were what people were playing on the Super NES, and people were spamming the blast attacks on that one. But it
yeah.
was so much fun.
Oh.
Joe.
So Joe.
How about Sir Jose first?
Oh, Jose.
So
Okay,
Jose.
let's do Jose then.
Okay. Let's see. Dragon Ball games. I remember on the PS1, like Sir Mark, I played Final Bout as well. Me and my brother used to play all the time. We had a burned copy of Dragon Ball Z Legend, and we loved playing that one. That one was really fun. Ultimate Battle 22, I also had. That one sucked. I remember playing Legacy of Goku on GBA. That's a really good game.
Yeah.
I do. Sir.
And then for the Budokai series, I honestly like the original Budokai more than I do Tenkaichi. I just like the 2D plane.
It's easier to control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Burst Limit was
Not as
really good too. I like
dizzy.
that one.
You can get dizzy with this one.
Yeah.
Nausea-inducing graphics.
But they're really good games. Like they're fun. I'll play them. Like because I have the new one too, the Sparking Zero. But I just prefer the 2D plane when playing my fighting games. There's also, it's funny that you just get tiring playing. There's a Dragon Ball game for Connect.
Oh yeah,
So
well, miserable.
yeah, there's that.
Very tiring.
But yeah, it's a fun game. Good choice. Good anime. Sir Joe, you next.
Oh, you know what? Let's give it to Miss Hinu. Miss Hinu.
She would
Dragon
love,
Ball Z.
she would love for people to
Look
get
at
to it.
Fighting 3.
I haven't played that game. The last Dragon Ball game I played was Ultimate Battle 22 and Final Bout. So
Lemon
I
see.
would
What is it?
I agree with the others. I prefer the 2D plane when it comes to fighting games because all of the additional Z axis is
Hmm.
making me dizzy. I'm just watching the video and then suddenly the camera tilts this way and oh boy, I'm getting really dizzy. Must be my age. I don't know, but it still looks fun. I wanna try the newer games. I'm particularly interested in Kakarot in for the Switch. Is it good? I don't know, but yeah, and maybe I just want to see more of Android 17, 18, and future Trunks, but not the GT one, the
Oh,
the Frieza arc one.
you should
That's
you
all
should
for
get
me.
this one, Matinu, for the PS3.
Really,
You should get this one.
You right,
PS3.
Strong for the win. All right. Okay, so my thoughts about Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3. Okay, so here's how I would usually play this game, okay? Grab yourself a code breaker, enable all items, and then put all of the strongest items on Broly, put all of the strongest items on Piccolo, Gohan, Future Trunks, Vegeta, and Endgame Goku, and then watch computer versus computer, Broly
Oh my
against
god.
all those five.
Oh god.
Okay, and just watch how Broly wipes everyone. That's how I would usually play this game. I don't really play this game. Like I just watch. Like I just
Joe
watch
likes to watch.
Broly. I like watch. Okay. I like the uncensored, unmitigated pounding. The Saiyan pounding.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all from me.
Now that you mention it, I actually forgot about that. There was a CPU versus CPU function on that game as
Mhm.
well. Uh, well, just to add, if anyone wants to like play this game really, uh, just have to be careful with yourself because it's sometimes rage inducing. It you could throw your controller or specifically because there's like a feature within this game that you have to do a beam clash, and then you have to like just to show you, you have to like spin the
Rotate.
Yeah.
yeah
Rotate the analog sticks. Yeah.
yeah, you have to rotate the analog stick just to win that clash, and that could destroy your joystick. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I've had
But
marks
yeah,
here before because of that.
yeah, me too, me too.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I mean,
But,
That's
Joe's
how you
marks on
know
it.
if you play the
Joe's
game.
Joe's calluses on his hands are from a different activity. But anyway, yeah,
From
continue.
from a different joystick,
From
mind
a
you.
different joystick. The same thing.
Quick public service announcement: always wash your joysticks every other use.
Very
Next
Okay.
person.
Oh, oh,
Got it.
okay.
Understood.
Okay.
Next
Understood.
Understood.
person. Next person. Who else hasn't?
Who else is up? Joel?
Sir Joel. Sir Joel,
All
go.
right. Okay, fine. I'll make my game nice and quick. My game is Hokuto no Ken for the Famicom. For those of you who are not familiar with Fist of the North Star or Hokuto no Ken, it is let's just describe it as the manliest manga and anime ever created. We're
Yeah.
talking like if you are any sort of if you have any drop of testosterone in your body, you have to read, you have to watch, and you have to play Hokuto no Ken. This one though, the Famicom version of Hokuto no Ken, I played long ago. I had no idea, honestly, what Hokuto no Ken was all about. It was my introduction to the franchise, and It looked like a fighting game. It looked like a side-scrolling fighting game. I said at my rental place, at the Famicom rental place, at 15 pesos an hour. Heck, why not? I'll give it a try. I slotted the cartridge in. I played it. I said, when I punch these guys, they explode. What the heck is this all about? And it was hard to understand because it was all in Japanese. Thankfully nowadays there is an English ROM translation for those
Right.
of you who want to play through the game all over again and try to understand why people are exploding or what the storyline is all about, that is the game to download and play. Emulators forever. But yes, when I played through this the first time, I at least understood that if you punch the guys in pink who were wearing pink, hey, punch anybody who's wearing pink. Um, yeah, the certain Japanese words would float up, and you would catch them, and you would power up your character. Oh, very cool. So if you kicked somebody, they would fly off. If you punch somebody, they would explode. If you gather more and more words, you jumped higher. Your kicks would become multiples. You'd not just kick one time, but kick three times in quick succession. And yeah, there would be boss battles like this gigantic fat guy who turned out to be in the manga called Mr. Heart, or later on, your counterpart in the game in the manga, which was originally called Shin, where the manga was supposed to end, the master of Nantoseiken, the Fist of the Southern Cross. You would fight him, and of course, it would be a boss battle. It's a quick game. There's lots of exploration to be done. You can walk through doors by pressing A, B, and up. And for a young me, for a young Joel, whose reflexes were still up to par, it was a lot of fun. But honestly, this served as my introduction. I got curious about Fist of the North Star when I was young. Because of this, I started reading through the manga, and honestly, it completely blew me away. Anybody at all who wants to find out what Fist of the North Star is, this is a good intro. This is a good start to the franchise, and hop onto the manga. Honestly, it's well worth your time. The Famicom game only reaches up to, if I remember correctly, actually it does reach up to Rao. It doesn't reach all the way, all the final bosses in the manga or the anime, but it does give a nice shortened retelling of the Fist of the North Star storyline. Of course, reflexes are needed for the game. If you like watching guts explode galore, this is also the game to play. All right, everybody, I want to hear everybody's opinions. RV,
Yeah.
Retro Vibes, what's your opinion on Hokuto no Ken for Famicom, or Fist of the North Star
Unfortunately,
on the manga?
never seen Fist of the North Star, never played the game, but
Mhm.
my reflexes are still pretty good, so I'll give it a
Mhm.
shot.
Yeah, right. Very
I love
cool.
it.
Very cool.
From seeing the gameplay there, it looks
Mhm.
pretty cool. Looks pretty
Yes.
fun. And when he said as soon as you punch someone, someone explodes, I think
Yes.
you sold me.
Absolutely. There you go. I'm a good salesman that way. Anyway, Ranji, I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever seen the manga? Have you ever seen the anime? Have you read the manga, or have you ever played any of the games of Fist of the North Star?
I actually have not, but
Mhm.
I'm with Sir Retro Vibes on this one. Punching, exploding, I'm sold. I'll try the game.
Yes. Very cool. Very cool. Yes. Yeah. It is highly recommended for those who are interested in martial arts, interested in action, interested in good storyline too, good drama, and yeah, what it looks like for a post-apocalyptic world where everybody is scrambling for goods, and you wield the ultimate martial art, the Fist of the North Star. Mark, I want to hear your opinion on it.
Um, Actually, I'm a virgin on this.
Hmm?
So you're a virgin. Fisting of the North Star. Very
How
good.
very
Yeah,
Madonna. Anyway.
I just know the memes,
Yeah.
not the game and not the manga, but I'll give it a try.
Mhm.
Actually, it looks
Mhm.
interesting. Also, when you said earlier that it is maybe it is the manliest. What do you
Absolutely.
call this?
JoJo's Bizarre
Yeah,
Adventure might be manly. This one blows it
yeah.
completely out of the water. Yes.
It looks interesting, so I'll give it a try.
Hmm. All right. And Miss Hinu, have you ever read the manga, seen the anime, or played any of the games?
I've seen a few episodes of the anime and was laughing my ass off because of how over the top it is. And
Yes.
just like JoJo, the art style of Fist of the North Star is really, really
Unique.
noticeable. You can recognize it easily, and of course the meme "Omae mo Shindeiru."
Oh
It's
yeah.
actually weird to hear normal non-anime, non-gamer folk
Hmm.
use that as a meme, and I'm I'm surprised that this game actually has a bit of exploration in it, as you've mentioned, and it really looks like the perfect arcade game, snappy, fast, full of action, and yeah, it looks like a really great tribute to the anime and the manga.
Oh, I forgot to mention. That reminds me. The voice actor on the anime of Kenshiro, Akira Kamiya, is also the voice actor of Richard from Daimos in the Japanese version. If you guys are
Oh,
interested.
really? Oh, that's
Yes,
so
yes.
cool. Nah.
All right,
Veteran
now,
then.
yes,
Really?
Viraj.
That deep voice?
Yes, that deep voice. Viraj, have you ever seen the anime, read the
Yes,
manga, or played the game?
and yes.
Yes, my
So
man.
well, for me, it's interesting because with this particular game, I play it after the Mega Drive
Last
localization. Now,
battle.
the Mega Drive game is called Last Battle. It was localized in the West as that. It's not a good game, to be sad to say it. It's funny. I mean, the graphics were great, but it's like, okay, where you can kick someone, they go. It's fun to play for that, for some of the thing, and it was localized, so they took away the gore aspect of the Japanese version, and they've since made. There's a fan community on romhacking.net that have actually patched the ROM to actually make it follow the manga, and you can play it that way. And it's also made the game a lot more easier and playable. So if you're going to play the Mega Drive game, that's the way you do it. It's okay. It's interesting to see the normal localized version.
Oh, Jaggy, I forgot to mention him. Anyway, continue.
So you have that, and there's a Master System game as well called Black Belt, which was programmed by Yuji Naka. That's actually a good game, and that got very high scores. And that's the Fist of North Star. That's the one that I'll play. I think it's worth playing on Retro Sega. This I've put on my SNES Mini as well. I've played this as well. Very good game. Also, you got the whole animation with the fist punching from the manga. You got that, the overtop aspect, and the Mega Drive game has that. To be fair to itself, and the Master System as well has the move on under Black Belt. This is a solid game and one that you can really enjoy on NES hardware. There's not a lot of NES games I enjoy, but this is one that I can actually think is playable and fun. And definitely a game that you'll enjoy whether you like the manga or whether you just want to play a good sort of side-scrolling action punching game. And that's where you can win. But yes, the manga itself is like Messina said, over the top, hilarious, and whether you're into anime or manga or not it's irrelevant. You'll enjoy it and you'll have fun, and it's a story that you want to follow and see where they're going to go, because it's obviously set in some sort of post-apocalyptic like world, and it's fun. It's just fun to watch, and it is over the top. That's why you laugh at it. And it's fun that you can enjoy the story. So it's fun on that aspect. The game itself, even though we're talking primitive 8-bit stuff, it's quite dynamic, and it's something that you can really enjoy. And I find it very hard being a 16-bit kid enjoying 8-bit, but this is an 8-bit title that I can enjoy.
All right, and Jose, what was Fist of the North Star ever in your background, as in manga, as an anime, or as a video game?
No.
I
only know the memes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You're in for a treat.
Shocking.
You're in for a treat.
It might be a bit too manly for him, though, man.
That's true. That's true. Imagine you are a practitioner of the ultimate martial art. A single punch can make a man explode, tear himself into two, make him bend backwards so that his spine snaps. Yes, you have that power, and your girlfriend gets stolen away by your counterpart, the practitioner of the Fist of the Southern Cross, whose martial art is, instead of making you explode, makes your fist penetrate through almost anything. So it's they're complete opposites of each other. And so he takes her away because he is your rival, and your entire quest is to try to rescue him.
Wait, first there's fisting and now there's penetrating. Okay.
Absolutely, yes. We're talking about really, really deep stuff here. Anyway, so yes, it's got a good storyline. So you might want to check it out as a manga, as an anime, or as a video game. And although would you be willing, though? It's from the way that I've described it.
Yeah, because I think when I was looking up buying all these, it came up because there's a game. Where...
Yes, they also came out with Fist of the North Star, which uses the Yakuza engine. If I remember correctly. Yes. Definitely give that one a try. It's good.
One thing I like about it is the gore in Fist of the North Star. Like, you just punch a guy. Like, even with the localized Mega Drive game I played, that didn't happen. But with that Japanese one, you punch someone's head.
Yeah.
And you just see blood coming out as well. I'm like, goodness me, like this is like before Mortal Kombat, man. This would have been definitely caused that age censorship thing. But obviously, because in 1989, this is a very early Genesis release, like release title, I would say, on Mega Drive. But sadly, like it didn't play very well. If you're going to play the Mega Drive version, get the localized ROM, or get the ROM patched from Japanese to English translation, and that's the way to play it. It plays better, but even then, it's a bit of a hard slog to get through that game. And the Master System Black Belt is really good. This is obviously like the SNES, so I say the NES sort of counterpart, which is its own game, to be fair. So you've got 3 different games, and if you're a fan of the anime, you like all 3 anyway, to be honest. But
Yes,
the 8-bit one
absolutely.
is really good.
All right, and finally, Joe, what is your take on my choice of video game? And are you familiar with the anime and manga?
It's like, what if Mad Max characters are fighting hand-to-hand combat? That's basically it. Fisting of the North Star. Hokuto no Ken. All right. And those people who are not aware of the conversation about people exploding after one punch, it's a reference to towards the first episode of the anime or the first chapter of the manga. Okay, and one of the grandfather memes out there, "Omae wa shinderu," or "Oh, you're already dead." Okay, so,
Nani?
and Nani.
Yes.
And you know what? I mean, like Nisina mentioned, a lot of more people know the meme, but that's all their knowledge about the franchise. I mean, that's all. I mean, but yeah, the game itself reminds me of Karateka or Spartan X, kind of.
Yes.
With a mixture of Shadow of Kage, maybe. I'm more familiar. Hang on, what's that? Aside from this one, there's another. There's a few more Fifth of the North Star video games that came out. Aside from this one and the Mega Drive.
Oh, my
And
absolute favorite is the arcade game. The arcade game was great. We're talking like
There
the
you
one
go.
with the
Yeah.
pads moving out and everything.
Yep.
That was good.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with that one. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. And I believe, has anybody else not spoken yet about their main?
Me. All right, I'll go.
Okay. Joe.
So my game. Let me just open this up. All right. So, as you may have witnessed and heard, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of shonen and anime-based video games being represented by our male panelists here, and of course, even Miss Hinu. But TGS, of course, likes to cater for every demographic. So I will be representing the shoujo anime-based video games out there for the female audience in mind, which oddly still being played by more guys. I'm representing the animatic story game Card Captor Sakura, released for the PlayStation 1. And this is a Japanese exclusive back in August 1999, developed by Ancient and published by Akira. Okay, and a little bit of a background. The Card Captor Sakura, originally a manga created by Clamp, published in 1996 with a total of 12 volumes. And then the anime series came out in 1998 with a total of 70 episodes plus 2 animated movies. Needless to say, around the turn of the 21st century, anime and manga in general went mainstream outside of Japan as more fans supporting the media came about. And CCS had international success in Asia, North America, South America, and the European countries. And I remember when the anime first came out in the Philippines with our local channel, and it was dubbed the entire 2 seasons in Filipino, something around 2001. And during the weekday afternoons, I believe, I was a freshman in high school, and we moved to a new house. So the commute time would took a lot of time from me to watch this show. Like every now and then, I would miss a few episodes. But that being said, I still fell in love with the show, and this was made by the ladies from Clamp. Sir Joel and Nisino knows this. So if you're a Filipino anime fan in the mid-90s, the only anime that you would know that came before CCS was Magic Knight Ray Earth. Also aired with 2 seasons by the same local network, dubbed in Filipino as well. So back in the game, per se. So this is the second game made for Card Captor Sakura. The magical girl genre is even till this day still popular in Japan. The game's overall plot resembles the anime and manga. A schoolgirl named Sakura Kinomoto found a mysterious book and accidentally let out these special magical cards inside that book. They are called Claw cards. And with the help of Keroberos, the guardian of the cards, and Sakura's best friend, Tomoyo, Sakura must locate and collect all of the cards back after being scattered all over the city. Anyway, so this game is very easy to understand, even if you don't know a lick of Japanese, especially for those who watch the TV anime series, since the goal of this game kind of more or less covered in the episodes from the anime. Uh, but also, this game is kind of linear, very, very, very linear. No decision points, unfortunately, and there's no such thing as a game over, apparently. And when the game gives you like a special task to do something, there's no real consequence if you fail, as the story will progress regardless of how you do. And more on that later. That being said, after playing this game for the last few days in preparing for this episode, even I feel that it is too short, even though the game has 2 discs. Okay, and fortunately, the replay value is quite high despite that, because you're gonna be busy replaying the mini games that this title has, because there's a few collectibles or unlockables that you can that you can unlock, like artwork, voice gallery, and animated clips, basically. So about the gameplay, so there are the control. It's very simple, really. It's only using direction buttons to move Sakura. You only move Sakura here. So you press the start button to pause the game, and circle to interact about everyone. Skip text, all that. Uh, there's the non-interactive scenes. During this part, there are cutscenes, conversations, and anime FMVs that will occur. And you'll only be able to skip the conversations if you want to by pressing circle, or you can just skip the entire FMV sequence by pressing, the start button. There's also the interactive scenes. In this part, you may control Sakura um, or or other special secondary characters. And that happens when the PlayStation controller will flash on the middle of the screen, and you can interact with other people or the objects within the environment. If the circle icon appears, then that means they're interactable. And the main crux of the game is the games themselves. So most of the interactivity here, in very simplistic way, the developers were able to come up with a reasonable gameplay mechanic that would cater to the personalities of the claw cards featured in the form of these mini games. So for the most part, these mini games were based from the anime and manga, with some liberties taken here and there, and just playing with the mini games by obeying the rules to complete the stage. And once you beat the game, those mini games will be unlocked as replayable mini games. Uh, and these mini games are so simple to accomplish that you would be a stupid idiot should you fail in completing the task. And that said, I am one of those stupid idiots. Okay, every now and then I would tend to fail, and I mentioned about earlier that there's no consequence, and I meant that literally. Okay, because I would sometimes fail at a mini game that either the game will just let me continue until I succeed completing the mini game, and or the game will force the story to continue until a NPC will intervene to finish that mini game for you. Okay, so no game overs really. And after each stage, Sakura will summarize each event, writing in her diary before moving on to the next plot point. And I played the game. I finished the game. There are 14 chapters here, really. Uh, all in all, this game was made for the Cardcaptor Sakura fans in mind. And if you are a casual gamer that would start playing this, even playing the fan translated version of it, that's how I played it anyway. It still felt a little bit unsatisfying, and I say that because the game only handpicked key events from the first season of the anime, and there are two seasons of this 70 episodes, and they only chose the first season. So I mean, there's so much more that they could have done with this game, and unless you religiously watched the anime or read the manga, the narrative of this game is very lacking. Despite this game containing all of the voice actors, the FMVs, or the music taken from the TV series. Although, as a nice consolation, um, the sprite work here very cutesy. Okay, all of the characters are in their chibi SD style. And to be honest, playing this game for the last few days, it made me nostalgic that I wanna rewatch this series again because I haven't because like I mentioned, I wasn't not able to do that when I was younger. And there are a lot more anime websites out there where you can watch the entire season for free. Anyway, that's my game, Cardcaptor Sakura. This is something that this is something like Miss I would play. Really, I would recommend this. I would recommend this game for Miss I. If you're listening, Miss I, get well soon. So, quick thoughts, guys. Let's start with Sir RV. Cardcaptor Sakura. Have you heard of it?
Unfortunately, we never got this anime here in Australia, so I'm not familiar with it. Unfortunately, I've probably seen. Have you streamed this before? Because I do watch your streams, Joe. So I may have watched you play this before. It looks very interesting. I'd give it a try, but I'm not familiar with the game or the anime, unfortunately. So I can't
Yeah.
comment too much about that. But it looks good. I like these kind of RPG style games. They're very fun.
Sir Joel, I know you know this.
Well, I'll be honest. I know of the anime. I never got the chance to watch it because, well, to Viraj's point, it was a little too girly for me, honestly. But in this case, I have to admit, I my daughter had started watching it when it was on Crunchyroll, though, and she enjoyed it immensely, actually. From looking at the game, though, it looks like it would be something that I would play. Girly as it might be, it still looks like a game that I would probably spend a little bit of time in. It looks like it might be something that I would probably go for because of the fact that, well, it's an RPG type anyway, and I would say if it kind of gives me a little bit of a what's the right word for it, a little bit of a recap on what the storyline is about, it might serve as a gateway for me to start the anime. You never know. I'd give it a shot. Mhm.
All right. How about Ranji? Have you heard about Cardcaptor Sakura?
Yes, I have, but I actually have not watched the entire anime as a whole. But
Ah, you're
this
too young.
game,
Was it aired?
I mean, I do like explore some old animes from time to time. Maybe I'll get to watching this if I'm in the mood for it. But the game actually looks good. Looking at the video, the mini games actually look really fun. Sequences in the game look okay. I can see there's a little mini map there for the other missions. Yeah, I would definitely get down to playing this one as well, and probably watching the anime pretty soon. Yeah, then that's all for me.
Sir Mark, help me out. Cardcaptor Sakura,
Actually,
you know this.
yeah, actually, I love the anime series of Cardcaptor. Also, it's just that I didn't know that this game even exists. For
Yeah, the
sure, my
Japanese
younger self
exclusive.
will. Yeah, for sure, my younger self will go crazy about this game. Also, I remember there's a time in my high school days wherein me and my friends are, the Margaret sticks, right? We're
Oh yeah.
pretending that it was Sakura stuff, and we are casting random spells, stealing cloak cards, etc. Also, I just have a question. Is Toya and Yukito a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That's
Mm.
it for me.
hmm I mean,
Alright.
this show is very progressive. Okay, there are kids liking adults, adults liking
It's a
kids,
game for
boys liking
pedophiles.
boys, and girls
Ah,
liking
It's straight
girls.
out there, man. It's a
Mm-hmm.
game
my
for nonsense.
childhood!
Mm-hmm.
Darkness.
The American localization were so freaked out about this, and
Yeah,
they were
quite
like,
rightly
"Oh no,
so.
it's Sailor Moon all over again." But so yeah,
Oh,
it was
boy.
heavily censored just because of the undertones that they were showing up. Miss Hinu, Cardcaptor Sakura.
I since I was watching the Shonen Trinity, I didn't really watch a lot of shoujo anime, but since my siblings were watching it, I watched alongside with them, and I was surprised at how likable the show was. It was easy to, just hop in and watch along if there's another friend or family member who's watching the show. And I was really surprised at how wholesome the love story in this show was. It's that kind of puppy love where you feel really, "Ugh, it's so sweet." It's like, ooh. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I didn't know that there was a game for. Oh, okay, okay. No one's talking about the main characters. We're not talking about other pairs, okay? And I'm looking at the gameplay footage right now. The sprites are really pretty. I'm not really fond of the cheap chibi super deformed art style, but I really like how vibrant the game is because right now when you're looking at 3D games, everything is aiming for realism, whatnot. So I'm thankful that we have the indie games, and if we also look back into these older games, the colors are really popping out. Everything's so nice and vibrant, and I wish we had more games like this who tend to be bolder in color choice. So how many cards are in there in this game?
In this game, like only featured in this game, like half the deck. They have to stop.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately,
how?
yeah. Uh, the sequel for this got canceled, unfortunately.
Oh man, uh, it makes
Mhm.
me wonder. Since anime games really look good and amazing right now in 3D, what would a modern day card captor Sakura game look like? And if you need to complete all 51, 52 cards, I think that would be amazing, and I think it would be a nice RPG overall.
All
That's it
right.
for me.
How about Sir Viraj, Cardcaptor Sakura?
Well, I mean, I know nothing about the anime that it's based on. I might have heard it in passing conversation, people talking about it, all right, whatever, man. But as the game itself, it's developed by Ancient. That's Yuzo Koshiro's studio, and obviously we all know
Yep.
he's a legend when it comes to FM synth sound, and he's behind the soundtracks to Streets of Rage, Revenge, Shinobi on Mega Drive, and ActRaiser, and all sorts of things. And they made a series of hits. On a number of platforms, and they've developed for a number of other studios, etc. And all their games are generally of a decent quality. I've recently, I've got an email from not Limited Run. It was another publisher who are going to send me my copy of Eartheon, which is his newest game. So I'm looking forward to that since it's Ancient User Koshiro. It's back to Mega Drive. I mean, if you look at this particular game, I like the is it a chibi art style? Is that what we're calling it? We got like a nice isometric view. I mean, you mentioned the game's very linear, That's what you said, and I don't mind linear. And to be honest, I like the idea of just following a story and just enjoying it for what it is. Yeah, I understand that you're saying okay, there's no punishment in terms of difficulty, but why not all games have to be so challenging and tough? You know what I mean? Just enjoy a game for what it is. That's what I have to say. And I think it's obviously got its unique selling points. Obviously, sadly, I don't even know if this even had a PAL release, so it's something that I'd have to play via another mean. But no, it's all good stuff. It looks interesting as a game as itself. I'm not really into the whole manga thing, the anime show. I mean, obviously, you've got the questionable adult-children relationship, which I'm not really going to dig for this sort of thing. I mean, the next time, if you're going to pick a game, pick something with grown-ups in it, man. Jesus. Anyway.
You chose the game with the young boy. I'm not going to hear that from you.
It's been robot. It's artificial.
Why are we having this conversation?
You picked a game that has adult and children relationships, and that's questionable. Yeah, I don't have none of that shit in my game. My game,
my game didn't even address
Astro
that.
Boy is better than this. I just tell you that now. All right, I was actually expecting better from you.
Hey man, I'm
just
the anime and the manga had that. The game didn't had that.
Yeah, so what is this? Like get better. You know what I mean? Like,
All right.
This is okay, but
Okay, that's enough juice and coffee for you.
Jose, go. Card Captor Sakura.
But as a game, it looks really interesting. I just want to say that it does look interesting to play through. I like the isometric style. Kind of reminds me of Mega Man Battle Network in terms of the way that it sort of you wander around that world and go through that. So I think it's cool, and I think I'm sure it definitely has appeal. It's a game that's been buried through time as well. It's not going to get a re-release anytime soon. Obviously, it didn't do well as it should have done. I know, looking at Ancient sort of gamography, I looked at Ancient, and they have struggled as a developer, sadly, but their stuff is really good. And that's what I'm hoping Yuzo Koshiro succeeds with Earthyon, because he was really upset on his Twitter saying, because the game got pirated, sadly. People found the source code on the Steam, and they've ported it, and then you can actually emulate it on a Mega Drive now, sadly. But I will be supporting him by buying the Switch edition. And because I know I've played, I'd said to him, like, low-key, I played it on his Twitter, but I will be supporting it, and I will be buying the game. He put a heart emotion next to my comment, because these little studios like Ancient that make really good games deserve our support. It's usually like, not that I'm an advocate for piracy or anything, it's usually like the big developers out there, like Rockstar or whatever, that are going to make millions. They're the games that you can sort of get away with pirating, or Nintendo or whatever. Whereas a company like Ancient, like, come on, man, give these guys a break. It's a quality piece of thing. The independent developer. Let's go. It's kind of like with movies, like Hollywood movies, isn't it? Marvel, they're going to make their money. Yeah, everyone's going to spend their money to go and see that film in the cinema. But it's the little independent movie that needs your money. Everyone pirates. Come on, man. Everyone sees the big special effects on the cinema, and that's what it is, isn't it? But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. It's nice. It's nice that Ancient made this game. I'm sure it's very good for what it is on its own. That's my final thought for that.
All right, Jose. I think.
Ran away, didn't he?
Jose, what's your opinion on Card Captor Sakura?
I've never played any of the games, but I did watch the anime when it came out. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
All right, and I believe that's pretty much it. That's it for everybody's main. Messino.
It's been 3 hours already. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure we have the time for a speed round. Now we'll just just put a pin on this now.
We'll end this now. Alrighty. That's a show, guys. It's been 3 hours.
Good idea.
Okay, so we'll just do our shameless plugs just to wrap this up. All right. Let's start with Sir Jose. Where can they touch your grass? Oh, I'm sorry. Where can they touch your claw card?
Okay. We'll do that then. Okay.
You guys can find me on all social media and all gaming platforms as Dark Gothic Fate, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all that stuff, Xbox, PlayStation. It's the same thing on every single thing. You can find me there.
All right. Thank you for that, Sir Jose. And Ron J, where can they touch your claw card?
All right. Well, you guys can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch as well, guys.
All right. Thank you for that, Ron G. And Sir Viraj, where can they touch your one-eyed monster?
I'm on the Sega Genesis group on Facebook. That's why I loiter around. Find me obviously on this channel. I do come every now and then. I'll be trading at the London Gaming Market on November 9th for those of you in UK who aren't even watching this. And you can find me on Twitter You can find me at Bygone Games UK. You can, I buy and sell retro games, predominantly handheld Nintendo. So if there's something you want to buy, just take a look and just send me a DM and say, look, have you got this? And you'll see my new pickups all on there. So that's where you can find me. But thanks for joining us today. Back to you.
Thank you for that, Sir Viraj. And of course, Sir Mark, where can they pet your one-eyed monster?
Hi guys, you can catch One Up Quest on Facebook and YouTube. If you are into games, also with a bit of interviews, events, catch us at Facebook and YouTube.
One Up Quest, guys. Check that out in their Facebook page. One Up Quest. How about Sir Retro Vibes? Where can they touch your one-eyed monster?
Hi guys, you can find me at YouTube, Retro Vibes. I'm only on YouTube, unfortunately. But thank you to everyone who's joined us, and thank you to my fellow co-hosts. Thank you.
Such a sounding, soothing voice, doesn't he? All right, Sir Joel, where can
West
they
side,
touch
man.
your
It's from the west side, not from the east.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching the episode today. You can find me on my usual places like Twitch, like kick.com, on Rumble, hashtag FUFB, and on the new streaming platform called Streamer.live, STREAMR.LIVE. Just look for Banyagang Native. You will find me on all those platforms. And yeah, my final take on video games based on anime. Enjoy them. If you feel like playing them on easy mode, play them. The most important thing about video games is that you enjoy them. And yeah, check out the anime that they are based on as well. I would say if you guys have any recommendations, please type them in the chats, even after we're offline, because we always do our very best to reply to any messages in our socials. Back to you, Joe.
All right, thank you for that, Sir Joel. And of course, the shoujo amongst the shonen here. Miss Hino, where can they touch
Oh
your
my God.
one-eyed shoujo monster?
Okay, here we go again with the one that you guys can find my stuff at SB, Twitter, YouTube, IG at Hinoatora. Everything's uniform the same, and I posted a recent review on IG and Facebook, so you guys can check it out. Again, thank you guys for having me and for letting me captain this episode. I had a lot of fun, especially reminiscing with all these older titles, older games, and discovering new ones. Back to you.
All right, thank you for that, Miss Hino. And of course, just to whore out the show, the official website, timelessgamers.com. And of course, the archived episodes are still available by going to the YouTube channel, Timeless Gamers Show. And for all of your suggestions, comments, remarks, whatever, send them all to timelessgamers.show at gmail.com. And of course, BitMap Books and Streamyard. And that's it. Thank you for all you guys so much for all our live audiences right there, and to our listeners as well. Our games and our bodies may grow out of date, but our gaming experiences forever remain
Timeless. All right, everybody, enjoy your weekends and have a good time playing video games. We'll see you guys again next time. Okay, bye.